People have always been tripping out on all the Brazilians or like Japanese.
Here comes Yuto.
I don't know. I don't think anyone should be that surprised that a kid from Japan is killing it as hard as Yuto is. But at the same time, it's such an incredible feat. It's such an incredible story how fast he has come up, you know?
For people that don't know, he started as a vert skater.
Yuto is this little funny kid, dude. He doesn't speak English that much.
Pretty much just nods his head, yes.
Yeah. Right now, I'm studying English. Growing up Japan was very hard. Not so many skate parks in Japan. My favorite place is California. Good weather, good skate park, so many friends, fun. My dad was skateboarder and he taught me how to skateboard. He made it very fun. I don't know.
My name is Jordan Barrett. I'm 19 years old.
Fortunato, I'm 18 years old.
Tristan Rennie, I'm 19 years old.
Tom Shaw, I'm 18 years old.
I was probably 7 right when I got aboard. My parents didn't really want me skating around in the street, so they were like, all right, let's check out some parks before.
I grew up in Hawaii and they built a park in my neighborhood. I went and I just loved it right away, and so I never really got into street because of that.
There's 3 main parks when I was growing up. They were all 20 to 30 minutes from my house.
Southern California is like the skate capital of the world. There's so many parks here, more than like any other state or like any other place in the world.
There's a park around the corner from my house that created a scene.
Definitely since moving to California and like all these new parks are popping up all over the place, the progression has definitely gotten a lot higher for everyone.
What gets me most stoked is when I show up to a park and there's something unique there, like a weird obstacle or maybe like a DIY spot where it's kind of gnarly or steep.
Most exciting things, getting out of school, couldn't wait to be at the park.
You show up at a park, everyone's killing it, and like everyone's just like going for it. Like that's when I want to be there.
It doesn't matter your level as long as they're like trying a new trick or like really going for it. It makes me want to learn new tricks too.
I know I'm like young and I wake up and I'm not like super sore or anything like that, so I think I'm trying to like, I guess, take advantage of that and just like see how much I can do at this age now.
Park skating is just going to keep getting more progressive and hopefully keep continuing to get equal for men and women.
In 10 years, I'll definitely still be skating.
I mean, as long as I'm skating still, I think I'd be really stoked.
Hope I'm still healthy, having a good time. It's what life's all about.
Welcome, skate fans, to Long Beach, California. This is Dew Tour 2018, built by Mountain Dew. I am Chris Cote, and I am with Andrew Cannon. And skateboarders of the world, you are in for 4 days of amazing skateboarding live here from Long Beach, California. I would say this is one of the epicenters of skateboarding in the entire world, Andrew.
Yeah, especially in 2018. I mean, you go to Cherry Park down in Long Beach, and it's just like, oh, that's my favorite skater, and that's my other favorite. It's crazy, you know? Everyone's here.
What I love about Dew Tour is the experience we provide for the skateboarders and skate fans. All new parks this year. We've got an incredible park, and the street course is looking amazing. Practice sessions have been going off, and of course, we invite all the public to come skate. So if you're anywhere near Long Beach over the next 4 days, come down, skate, watch skateboarding. But for now, if you're watching at home, we're going to start off Dew Tour 2018 with Am Park. So Am Park. Now, we have skateboarders from 11 years old all the way up to 21. Some of the best park skaters on the planet are here to compete. We've got 10 of them, hand-selected from all around the globe. This is going to be an epic contest. To start us off.
Yeah, I mean, I trip out on the age range of these kids. I mean, like you're saying, it starts at 11, but we got 13, couple triple 14-year-olds in there. I mean, it's pretty mind-blowing. And then, you know, our one guy, 21 years old, Leandre Sanders, such an interesting skateboarder. He skates transition goofy, but he skates street regular. He's like a unicorn. I mean, it's unbelievable. I've never seen anyone in all the years of skateboarding that does that.
Yeah, and there's a lot on the line here for these Am skaters. The winner of this contest will be invited to skate with the pros. So let's break down the start list. Taylor Nye, Josh Dirksen, Toby Ryan, Tyson Zane, Leandre Sanders, Keiko Francisco, Liam Pace, Cedric Pabich, Gavin Bottger, and Tate Carew. So again, you know, the age demographic we have here, 11 all the way to 21. We've got some 14-year-olds in the mix, some 17-year-olds. All these skaters representing the USA. And, you know, we've got skaters.
Super global out there today.
Yeah, Costa Mesa, New Hampshire, Carlsbad, Jacksonville. So if you have a pen and paper, now's time to fill your calendar with what you're going to watch here at Dew Tour this weekend. So today, Thursday, we're looking at about 1:35 local time. So we're going to start it off with the AM Park Final, go straight over into the AM Street Final. But throughout the entire day, of course, we're going to have a live show happening right here on this set with Blair Alley from Transworld Skateboarding hosting. And if you're looking forward to the weekend, Andrew, I know you're going to be here from dawn to dusk every day. What are we looking at for Friday?
On Friday, we've got the men's pro park and street qualifier. It's going to be amazing. Make sure you tune in.
Yeah, Saturday, the women's pro street final and the team challenge. Watch the women warm up this morning. They were absolutely ripping.
And that team challenge is one of the coolest contests you'll ever see.
Yeah, a unique challenge to Dew Tour, and something that gets everybody really fired up, of course, here. And I know at home, everybody has their favorite board brand. So that's where you can kind of root for the wood, if you will. Team challenge will be coming up later this weekend. I like that we're starting it off with the AM Park. So let's talk details here. 10 invited athletes, one heat of 10 athletes. They get 4 runs each.
Best run counts.
Pretty simple.
It's overall impression. Taylor Nye on course. Starting things off, 14 years old from Costa Mesa, California. Look at that stale fish. Super tweaked out.
So we're looking at the park here. This is basically what we've been seeing kind of traditionally in the last couple years in park skating. Nothing super big. I mean, theoretically speaking, everything's pretty big. It's 10 feet, 11 feet, 8-foot corners, lots of gaps, lots of, you know, corners. You see waterfalls. So these skaters get 60 seconds
to smash that thing. And, you know, picture this. This kid is 14 years old. He's in middle school right now. Run number 1, 8 makes it. No problem. He's like, oh, I still have 8 seconds left. I'm going to add into that next one.
I would call that a full run. So, Andrew, what are the judges looking for here?
Judges are going to be looking for creativity, height on their, you know, all their airs. They're going to be looking for skating the course, you know, uniquely, speed, kind of the whole gamut. And they want to see everyone take risks.
Yeah, and they
look at that stale fish right there.
That's what I love about these young park/bowl skaters. They have such solid fundamentals. You saw right there that stale fish. I mean, that was done properly. You could have seen that 80s, 90s, 2000s today, and it would still look good every era.
That's what's so rad about skating, and you know, the style aspect of it too, which is obviously going to play into the judging, because you know, you have 10 competitors out there, all of them completely different styles.
Yeah, here's where the judges are going to set their scale.
It's Taylor Nye.
So we go 1 to 100. And I don't think, historically speaking, we've ever seen a perfect 100 in Dew Tour history. So maybe this is the year. We'll see if an AM can do it. So up next, we got a skater out of Hampton, New Hampshire, Josh Dirksen.
17 years old for Josh. Nice, boneless disaster. This is one of the things I really do like is you see some guys come in with pads, some guys not. And I always hope that when they come in with the pads, they're just going to blast.
I think Josh right here, he looks like he's kind of just doing one of these feel-out runs. You know, he's got 4 opportunities. So, you know, there's kind of that, if you look at contest strategy, what Josh is doing right here is just getting himself a baseline score.
Definitely. Yeah, I mean, it's all about that best run. You got 4 opportunities. Dust off the cobwebs. I mean, this is nerve-wracking, you know?
60 seconds on paper does not look like a long time when you read it. When you try to skate for 60 seconds, I think that's why you saw Taylor basically pop out of the bowl with 10 seconds still left on the board. It's a long time to skate. So I like that he cruised at the beginning and then kind of set himself up for a solid finish to his run.
And these kids all know what they're doing. I mean, they watch all the big events. You know, look at that Madonna. Solid. They see what the best pros in the world are out there doing. So they have, you know, like you said, their foundation, their fundamentals. They know how to make this all happen.
This is a good time for a lot of these young skaters because we're kind of right in the middle of park season, if you will. You know, you started off in Australia with those deep bowl events. You know, Vans Park Series also just kicked off. So they've had the opportunity to watch and most likely compete already in some events. So this is a really good, a good kind of mid-season check-in for some of these young skaters. Toby Ryan out of Carlsbad, California, 14 years old. He'll be up next, representing DC Shoes.
Just a mini guy right there.
These little,
losing the hat out the gate.
These little guys, watch for Toby.
Oh, look at that! Some solid style all the way up to back boneless on the extension.
That Stanley clear bank looks so scary.
I know, it's terrifying.
It looks like, what?
Oh, 540.
Okay, did he just make that look as easy as I thought he made that
This
look?
kid is super nuts. All the way over, hanging on.
Makes it. That's a contest make, but technically you're not supposed to kick in the park, but I don't think that really mattered because that was the best run I've seen yet.
He just came in all Sonic the Hedgehog style, just like so fast. All right, that's time. Whoa. Wow. Toby Ryan.
No warm-up needed when you're 14 years old from Carlsbad, California. Toby Ryan.
Take a look at that. So beautifully done. Then the 5. 14 years old, throwing out 540s in the deep end.
Just basically making a 540.
Chew on that.
Made a 540 look like a kick turn. Made it look that easy.
So simple.
I think when you're a little guy like this, when you squat out of airs like that 540, you squat out of it, it almost gave it more speed. So there's your score for Toby. Score to beat so far. Coming up next, Tyson Zane, all the way from Jacksonville, Florida. He is 14 as well.
Tyson is awesome. Super awesome. Rad skater. Nice body jar to start it off. Oh! Nice transfer. Make his way around the corner. I love the course setup right here. Jeez, it's like Madonnas are apparently easy now. Yeah, the transfers are super rad on the hips.
I like when you kind of have these hot zones in the park. You'll see where the big tricks are coming from. That Stanley bank, the clear bank, to me looks like a potential spot for. Yeah, he said, "I'm good." Takes
looks like
a
he
slam.
kind of bashed his chin right there a bit.
Ooh, was that a? I saw the wrists, but I did not see the face. That did not look good.
Yeah, a little check on the old little chin.
Chin check.
Look at that extension on the Madonna.
Let's see what went wrong here. I think he was trying to back 5, back 3.
Yeah, look, it almost looked like he was going, full back 3. Just the stick. Oh, yeah, man. That was looking tough. Didn't get all the way around.
It looks like he's got all his teeth, so that's the important thing there. He'll be back to skate again. Looks relatively
Hey, he's smiling,
unfazed.
so and he's got a white shirt on. You would see blood if he drew blood.
There's our medical staff. Quick check-in. No, I'm all right.
A-okay. So, this guy, 21 years old, out of Venice, California, Leandre Sanders. So interesting. He skates both ways. That, obviously you start with a stance, hey, I'm goofy, and then you learn how to skate regular. Oh, I'm skating switch. This is one thing. This guy grew up skating transition, goofy-footed, and skates street regular. That is so
I've never
different.
heard that. I've never heard that before.
And it looks the exact same.
Ambidextrous stance.
Yes. It's unbelievable. He'll be in the middle of a street line, and then he'll go essentially switch back tail a quarter pipe.
I think he's the reason he's eating up this concrete right now, growing up and skating at the Venice Park. It's relatively similar to this. You got those big corners at that Venice Park on the beach, so he's used to the California vibe, I guess. I mean, what is it, 75 degrees, perfect here today. So
then you just try to switch kickflip, essentially, on the quarter pipe. He had some
call
really good flow.
Do you call it switch if he just does both as good?
He's confusing us. Because, I mean, hey, he dropped in goofy. He did, 98% goofy-footed, and so I'm calling it a switch kickflip.
Well, all these skaters will get 4 runs, best 1 run count, so you can technically do the same run over and over and kind of add tricks and maybe improve your score. When we talk about that creativity factor, the judges want to see you utilize this whole park, right? They want to see every wall hit, every extension used. And I like this run. from Leandre. If he cleans it up at the end, I think that could be a lead-taking potential.
It's cool to see him skating this too, because he's skating it a little differently. You know, you're going to see different styles. You're going to see the guys coming out with the 540s, and then, you know, like someone like Leandre, a lot more transfers, spending a lot of time on the coping, super good style on those Smith grinds, lip slides, all of that. And we'll see how the judges react.
65, fifth place. Score to beat right now, 71.
By Josh Dirksen.
So Leandre will go back to the drawing boards, hopefully clean up the end of that run. So Keiko Francisco, he's 16 years old from Carson, California, Vans Park local. This dude was doing 18-foot backside ollies at the Vans pool party. Basically shot onto the radar with some of the biggest, most perfect backside ollie no grabs we've seen at pool party. And I'm a huge Keiko fan now just because of that.
That's so
and this,
awesome.
skateboarding like this, of course.
Coming out with some speed. Yeah, that first backside ollie was looking really good. Oh, look at how low he got on that. Unreal. Feeble to fakie around the corner.
You know he's going to be feeling the most comfortable in the deepest part of this park, skating the combi every day. And that is his bread and butter in there. We'll see if he can, you know, step up to some of the other obstacles we have here. So it pops out, 4 seconds left.
Hey, he's like, hey, that's run number 1. We're good.
Do you think the judges like to see a nice, confident pop out of the park, you know? Or does it matter to them?
I don't know.
The final impression.
I think for them, I mean, it's overall impression, so if you get out, do a little curtsy, maybe they'll give you some more points. I'm not 100% sure.
A bow to the judges might help you.
Nice Smith grind around the corner. I love that up to lip slide transfer. Skating rails, too. There will be no sticking on the coping for he. Judo action.
Yeah, I think so far, right? This is kind of that, you know, poking the bear with the stick.
Yeah.
They're all just getting that one run down, make your run as close to the end as possible.
Part of it, too, is these kids they're all so, I mean, I hate saying kids. These young men are
New leader.
So good.
New leader, Keiko Francisco with a 76. So Keiko now taking the top spot. So from Keiko Francisco, we will go to Liam Pace from Tucson, Arizona.
I've heard some really good things about Liam Pace. I'm excited to see what goes down right now.
Let's see if he can set the pace. Dad joke, sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Dad joke it up.
So you can, unlike some other events, some other contests where you skate until you fall, here at Dew Tour, if you fall and get up, you can keep skating. You have a full 60 seconds. Do whatever you want.
Oh, man, gap up to nose grind. That transfer was rad. Oh. Okay, so, you know, we've had some falls in here, but sort of setting things up, it's looking like some really cool tricks are coming into play. So we're gonna look to those next 3 runs.
That's what I like about 4 runs count. You know, you can kind of set a run or 2 up, and then with your second 2, you know, your last 2 and 4 runs, third and fourth runs, you can really flare up. Here's some unique lines we've seen so far.
That nose grind was awesome.
Yeah.
Super. I love that hip up to the tall middle quarter pipe.
This is cool because this is really setting it up for the entire weekend. Some of the hot zones in this park. What are you seeing as some of the hot spots that are going to be getting big scores?
I think the Stanley extension is going to be really interesting. I think we're going to see a bunch of people gapping over it. I love that hip transfer in the middle, and I think that's honestly going to get a ton of action over the weekend. So that's going to be, like, to me, the coolest one to see the craziest trick going down on that.
18 years old from Ocean City, Maryland. Cedric Pabich. This dude rips.
Yes, Cedric is gnarly.
You know, I think the coolest thing that I like most about this current crop of park skaters is the ability to mix old school and new school fluidly. And
he speaks the language, that's for sure.
Cedric does that really well.
Nice front feeble in the corner. Oh, backside lip slide.
Gosh, you made that look so easy.
Back Smith. I like it, getting a lot of coping. Oh, that was awesome. Front 5-0 revert around the corner. Just stood up beautifully. Feeble to fakie. Oh, very nice.
Yeah, so
that was a solid.
Using
solid
using a full 60 seconds. Fall at the very end most likely won't hurt him. I believe if you're on your way up to the coping as time runs out, you will get counted for that last trick. Let's take a look at Cedric Pabich.
Feeble around that corner right there, and then right into the backside lip slide, making his way across the other side of the bowl. There's a look at that 5.0 180. That was so rad, just rolled away super, super comfortably.
I love when skaters do the 180s or the reverts out late.
Yeah.
You know, you saw he kind of had the pause on the 5.0 and jammed it out.
Looks so awesome.
I feel like that is close to a top 3 run, and my feeling was right. It's a new leading run. 77 points. What made that run just that much better than the run from Keiko Francisco?
I think it's going to have to be, you know, he just really implemented some difficult coping tricks on that. And that was so cool to see all those tricks, the ones, you know?
Gavin Bottger, this kid is 11 years old. He is the skate bacon beast, and he starts his run with a 540.
This kid is awesome. He's a miniature human. And we're so psyched to see him out here.
That's one of Neil Hendricks' favorite skateboarders.
Oh, yeah. Oh, nice Smith grind.
How do you do Smith grinds so proper at 11 years old? Is that something new?
He's just been snacking on him for a long time. Look at that right there. Jeez. Putting together a serious run. Nice transfer into the deep. Wow. Oh my God. Dude.
Okay.
This little guy is killing it.
He is the bacon beast.
Oh my God. He has taken his foot off on those airs so many times. Look at that.
He's still going. This is what, 80, 90 seconds in?
Yeah. They're like, hey, hey, Gavin, your run's been over for an hour. He's like, I can't, I'm having so much fun.
11 years old, comes through correct.
That was insane.
Gavin Bottger. That is a name we will be hearing, seeing, loving for a long time. This kid has power already at 11 years old.
Setting the tone, like, hey guys, 540, I'm in. And then just mixing it up. There was such a good mix of everything in that run. Coping, look at that, flip tricks.
It's crazy how consistent this kid is too.
Jeez.
I mean,
and
he
really
did the most
cool.
tricks out of anybody.
Mix the old school, new school, just kids educated. Look at that right there. Back 3 judo. Dude, that was insane. I can't wait to see the score on that.
Definitely gave the
score
judges
right
something
now,
to chew on.
77 to beat.
I mean, this kid's already been in contests since he was, and he blows the top score
right
away.
There.
87.66 for Gavin Bottger, your new leader, youngest skater in the draw.
Wow.
Comes in and blows the field out. A
10
full
points.
10 points higher than the last leading run.
That's not even like a, oh, well, it was like 9.75. Like, that's 10 full points. That's insane.
Another young ripper from San Diego, California, Tate Carew, 13 years old.
Jeez. Oh, nice big bonus right there. Oh.
All right, 35 more seconds.
Lots of time.
That clock goes quick when you're running through the flat bar.
Yeah. I like the hustle, though. That was nuts. That was
540 body varial?
Yeah, full varial in there. It's mental.
I like how he just did that after a fall, runs up, and kind of just mellow, drops in, gets the 540 varial.
Calling it quits right there. Yeah, well, he knew. He's like, hey, if I'm going to do it, I got to make a statement right now. I just had a little fall.
It's almost like when you can, if you react and you can kind of get a little bit more practice. That's what we're talking about. These skaters all have 4 runs, so you can blow it on 3 runs. And if you get that one run,
it's only one.
That's what it's going to count. But if you're looking at the score to beat right now, the 87 from Gavin Bottger, our youngest skater in the draw, set the line in the sand right there.
And that's a huge gap between first and second right now.
Yeah, it's not close at this point. I'm sure it will get closer as our skaters keep rolling through. So the first score for Tate Carew comes through, a 56. That's enough for 9th place. Remember, the winner of this event, of this particular park event, will get invited to skate with the pros. So here are your results from the first run. 3rd place, Keiko Francisco with a 76. Cedric Pabich, 77. But that massive score coming through for our 11-year-old skateboarder from Oceanside, California, Gavin Bottger with an 87.66. What was it about that run that was light years beyond everybody else in the field?
It was, honestly, it was everything start to finish. Mixed everything that you need. You had the coping tricks, you had the blasted airs, 540s, kickflip indies. It had everything.
Every wall was hit. Every feature was hit.
Every single, like, you know, back three judo. Like, it was like almost his front foot was like against his board. He just kept kicking it off.
Added difficulty to every trick. That's what Gavin Bottger just did. And you look at this run, and this could be like a daily highlight reel for most skaters. He did all of these tricks in a 60-second window of time.
Yeah, and on top of that, speed, style, everything looked really good. Even just the way he kicked his foot off on that into disaster, there was no lunch break. It was just like, bow, right in.
You know, one thing that you can kind of be hypercritical on for younger skateboarders, and I'm looking at people under the age of 17, is sometimes they skate like little kids.
Yeah.
Nobody in this 10 skater field is skating like a little kid right now.
Yeah, there were no children within that. Everyone had solid style. There's Tate trying to work it out so we can get run number 2 underway.
So while we have a minute here, we're resetting things. Let's take a look at this course. This is a beautiful skate park made by California Skate Parks. And here is the breakdown from Boost Mobile. And there you go. This is that's a skate park, Andrew. That's a beautiful skate park built in about a week.
10 feet tall with that extension. The Marseille hip, 6 feet. Geez, 17 wide, 9.6 high.
Mellow quarter pipe, it said. That thing's gnarly.
Yeah.
Your deep end there, and you know, these waterfall features that you see right here, those can both help you and hinder you. They can help with speed. They can hinder you if you come down awkwardly. That's where you may see slams.
So everything's under 10 feet, but we kind of have that, you know, that space within that 8-ish to almost 10, and that's where you're seeing those guys just really, really blast.
Yeah, this is really kind of what we've been seeing in the past couple of years with skate park events is under 10 feet, a lot of bulls, a lot of, you know, hips, corners, and those extensions that you see. I mean, this is just something that anyone would want in their town, in their backyard, at their disposal. And the cool part about this is it's brand new, so everybody's had the same amount of practice.
Yeah.
Nobody is a local to this particular park. So as we get into round 2, everybody in that first run of 4, besides Gavin, who are you thinking is a standout that we should definitely pay attention to for this next? Next heat?
You know, Cedric was awesome, ripping. I'm excited to see what Tyson Zane brings. Leandre is going to be super, super awesome. It's going to be good stuff.
Quick bail for Taylor Nye. So, you know, to me, I keep harping on the fact that these are young, 14 years old. We have, what, 4 14-year-olds, a 13-year-old, an 11-year-old. So for Taylor, drops back in, falls again.
Yeah, unfortunately.
How do you bounce back from a run like that?
You know, I think a lot of these guys, they get it. You know, they know the deal. They're like, look, one run, if I fall, it's over. It's lights out. You know, I mean,
calm, right?
It's going to be, you know, especially when you see a run like Gavin's, 87.66, flawless run, super difficult. They know that if they want to win, it's going to take every ounce that they've got inside of them.
All right, so all these skaters have 4 chances to drop a big score. Josh Dirksen, this will be his second run. His first run, come through at a 71, so he was right there in the lead for a minute. Let's take a look at Josh Dirksen, 17 years old from Hampton, New Hampshire.
Live free or die. Nice front feeble around the corner. Making his way around over that Marseille hip. Back up, gap to tail slide. Some good flow around the course.
I like this dude's style.
Yeah, definitely. Nice back disaster up there. And to tail.
Casual approach. Doesn't look like there's a lot of urgency, but I kind of like that. It's nice flow.
It is good flow. That's a nice way to say it. Some flow.
Good flow. You know, I feel like he needs to add a couple tricks in there just to up it up to what Gavin did. He did a trick a second, basically.
Honestly, I really like the spaz skaters that get out there and they're just, it's basically like you let them out of a cage, and you're just like, oh my God, they need to eat. There's a bail right there. For Josh Dirksen. Run number 2, scores in.
A little bit lower than his first run, so he'll be hanging on to the 71. A 67 comes through. Toby Ryan, Carlsbad, California, 14 years old. He had a 70.33 to start. We'll see if he can improve on that. Here we go, straight in.
You were talking about, you know, some of the guys, you know, when you're young, they look like little kids. This, oh my God! Kickflip stalefish, back boneless on the top deck.
With the slickness, you see that?
Dude,
slip a little bit, that was scary.
This kid is a savage. Oh! Get out of here. Oh, that was awesome, gapping high to low.
I think that was the best 540 we've seen yet.
Yes. Oh man, going for another kickflip. I can't believe he went kickflip stalefish so early on and so well.
And just one more trick here.
All right, that's time. Whoa.
All right, so I like it.
That
Stepping it up from his
Toby
first
Ryan
run for sure.
Is sick. All right, we got to take a look at this.
I like that hot pocket. Look how much speed you can get out of there.
Dude, look at that kickflip stalefish. That's so difficult. The timing, the grab itself, and then followed up by that back boneless that you were talking about. A little sketchy, man. Dude, that's plastic. You could die.
That is oh, there we go. Best 540 yet. And I say yet because we will see a lot of good 540s in these next several runs.
But that was just the way he grabbed and the style, like, that was great.
Looks kind of like a mini Dustin Dolan.
He's like, no big. That's one of the things I love about the contest is all the young kids are just like, oh, what up?
What up, Toby? Saying hi to his friends, family, fans. No doubt watching
to see where the score comes in.
Oh, right there, 78. So that's enough to get Toby Ryan in second place.
Yes.
So we got an 11-year-old and a 14-year-old in the top 2 spots. That's amazing.
No big. Dude, narrowing the gap, though. It's only a point, but they are that much closer to Gavin.
All right, coming up, another 14-year-old from Jacksonville, Florida, Tyson Zane. Pretty good run, 69.33 in his first run. No doubt looking to improve on that.
He had that fall, though, you know, where he hit his chin.
Oh,
so
yeah, the face fall.
Hopefully. Oh, huge boneless. Really, really well done. Was that a foot cut? Did that foot come off?
I don't know if it was on purpose, but it looked cool regardless.
Whoa. Oh, man, going huge right now. On the transfer up. Yes.
Back into the deep end. 9 foot 6 inches in that deep end.
We are seeing such a rad rise in amazing skaters coming out of Florida. Oh, there we go.
I like
just settling down a tad, saying, hey, it's
I like
time.
when a skater slams on a trick and then goes back and does it. It's a little bit of a statement.
Yeah.
So a
but
full
you know what?
run right there.
It looked like it was kind of going 540 style on that last one, and he kind of calmed it down and was like, peel it back a tad.
Get a make under my belt.
Yeah, put a run down.
This was a good run.
That looked like the foot was meant to come off. Yeah.
Purposeful 1 foot.
Look at how well done that was.
All right, the score comes through. It's enough for 5th place. Does improve on that 69.33, adding. It's a 73. What was it about that run that was just that much better than his first run?
Well, definitely stayed on, you know, but really put it together. I mean, great style for Tyson. And I have to comment, I love that Tyson DGK in the park contest.
All day.
That is so rad. You know, you watch a DGK video and it's mostly, you know, skating street ledges, and so it's really, really cool to see Tyson out there ripping.
I like that any of the kids in this contest right here could go and just destroy the street course. We know this. These are all well-rounded skateboarders, and in the park right now, one of those skateboarders, Leandre Sanders.
Well-rounded, well-footed. Leandre.
And we have, you know, we talk about the ages, but how about the sizes? This dude's what, 6 feet tall, going up against Tate and Gavin, who are 4 feet tall.
It's so funny. Even just looking at like, oh, this kid's 14 and this kid's 14, and you're like, you're kind of a giant, and you're still pocket size.
I like it because we get to see a lot of different styles here.
10 seconds left for Leandre, who once again skates transition goofy and skates street regular.
Now I'm really going to make a point to watch him skate street.
That is time. And what's even crazier is he's skating a shaped board. I would assume that he would ride a twin tip board so that there's no, but that is a legit shaped board right there. Kind of squared out tail.
He doesn't do anything expected.
Everything
is unexpected from Leandre, and I love that Smith grind.
So interesting. Nice transfer.
He's a Venice Park local. Eats concrete for breakfast, apparently.
I like the way he does the Smith grind on that. Smith grinds basically the entire quarter pipe and then comes out and still catches a bit of the tranny heading into that corner.
Score comes through 67.33. Incremental increase from his first run of a 65. Maybe just needs to add some tricks, add some speed, add some difficulty.
I think
you got to fire the judges up. You really have to fire them up. I mean, they're skate fans just like us.
Kind of missing some of that, like, sort of air portion of it.
That's a scary way to drop in. This is Keiko Francisco from Carson, California.
You're right, man. Those backside ollies look really good. I want to see a huge one, though. Nice up to Smith. Back disaster. Carving around that shallow end. What's he got? Oh, huge. Going huge. Be able to fakie. Coming in with a lot of speed. Half cab feeble. Nice Smith. Working the whole course.
Really sucks his ollies up. Like how that looks.
Very
good connection
in the air.
Right on for Keiko Francisco, a full 60-second run. His first score was a 76. I feel like he improved on this score for sure. Everything was done bolts.
I think so too. And you use the whole course, which is so key.
You know what's cool about this course? There's really no straight lines. Everything has to be carved into.
But it looks as though there's a lot of really good flow to help make that happen.
Score drops for Keiko Francisco. This guy rules the Combi Bowl. And the score comes through. Boom, Keiko Francisco at 78.33. That's enough to jump Keiko up into second place. Now we're seeing things start to tighten up. We had Gavin Bottger running away from the field after that first run. People are cracking the code here. What the judges want to see.
But he is still quite a bit ahead. All right, next skater in.
Liam Pace, Tucson, Arizona.
I love that gap transfer up to nose grind. Carving around, getting a lot of speed. Nice Smith grind.
What's the hardest gap up grind to do? Nose grind, Smith grind?
I don't even know. Oh, utilizing the course differently. Airing out in. There, I would honestly say up to back tail is super difficult.
He answered that question for you. He made it easy for you.
But like backside nose grind would be super difficult. I love that transfer from high to low.
I think high to low is actually scarier.
Oh, very nice. That was a really good run. Jeez. Really good. Skating the course differently, skating super fast. There was a lot of carving though, and whereas you look at Gavin had tricks wall to wall. So looking forward to seeing what the judges think.
Well, Liam's first run was just a 28, so he's going to probably triple that score with that last run. He's going super fast. All his airs were big. And I like what you said. Nobody's looked at the course like that. He had a totally different visual on this whole course.
Yeah, and then this is where around up to back tail, judges are going to take that into account. Skated the course differently, got some extra speed. And then there's another look. Nose grab, 5. Over that Marseille hip.
Waiting for scores to drop. They come through. 82.66, a new second place skater with Liam Pace.
All right, now we're narrowing that gap.
Yeah, as we're looking at the high score on the day so far. Gavin Bottger with that 87.66. Let's take a look at our top 5 here from Dew Tour. Am Park. And don't forget, the winning skater here will be skating in the Pro Park division. A huge opportunity for one of these young skaters. Right now, Gavin Bottger putting the laying the gauntlet out there. 87.66. How is anyone going to touch that score? What do they have to do?
It's, you know, you look at, so what's cool is right now, top 2 spots. Gavin came out swinging, just super difficult trick, every single wall. Then you got Liam out there really carving that whole course up. A lot of coping. It's 2 super different styles. So
Cedric Pabich was in 2nd place until the last 4 skaters dropped and improved their scores. We'll see if Cedric can answer back.
Oh, that was rad. Sugarcane. Going for the gap with the no slide. That was looking really good right there. Still, you know, bit of time.
Do you think these guys, when they watch the skaters that go in front of them, are they checking off tricks like, well, they just saw gap up back tail, so maybe I'll do gap up back nose, or?
I don't know if, you know,
do they just have
like
their tricks
Cedric
in mind
is,
that they want to do?
Yeah, I think, you know, the guys that really look at this and have that strategy, they're looking at what everyone else is doing and going, okay, that got them a 78. How do I get up closer to Gavin? Because I can't do this, but I, you know, excel over here.
You kind of have a field that's split between the skaters that are just kind of skaters of, you know, free form. They drop in with no plan. Then you have the skaters with the plan.
Like this guy?
And I would say Gavin Bottger does have a plan. This dude's been competing year-round already for many years. He's only 11 years old. And this is your current leader, Gavin Bottger.
He's in trying to take himself out, currently seated in first, 87.66. Looking to improve.
Look at how tiny that board is.
Look at just those little legs as he runs, man. It's so gnarly.
And this guy, again, has been under the tutelage of one of our co-commentators here, Neil Hendricks. Neil's been singing the praises of Gavin Bottger since he was 9. And if Neil says somebody rips, I believe it. I believe in Gavin Bottger.
I just haven't seen enough heel flips, you know? I want to see some more heel flips to really get that Neil influence.
Maybe a fast plan.
That'd be great.
Awesome. So Gavin, currently in first place. That run will not eclipse what he did on his magical first run. Like 87.66 stands as your lead right now.
That
Gavin,
was a tough slam for him right there.
When you slam on your backside like that, it kind of sends a shockwave up your spine. It's not just where you slammed, it kind of affects your whole body. But he's 11 years old, so he's kind of made of rubber.
Yeah.
He'll bounce right back. Here's your top 5 right here. Liam Pace and Keiko Francisco both jumped up from the depths into 2nd and 3rd place. Story still, Gavin Bottger, your 11-year-old in the lead. Got one more skater to take his 2nd run, Tate Carew. 13 years old from San Diego, California.
Tate had a rough start out there on that last run, but seeing this kid around all these different contests, he's got the tricks, that's for sure.
Another one of these young dudes that is doing a lot of tricks that were invented 10 years before he was born.
Oh, I like that. All the way around on the transfer. Switch carve. Oh, that was rad. Cab body jar. That was sick.
That combination right there was insanity.
Yeah, that was super nuts. All right, so that was back boneless varial.
Give us a second to catch up, Tate.
Calm it down, young man.
What?
Heel flip Indy.
So again, adding difficulty to already difficult tricks. Exactly what the judges want to see.
All right,
saying on
that's
that
it.
run, and I am too.
That was a great run. That's definitely going to move him up the leaderboard.
Top 3.
You know what? I try not to play that game.
Play it.
I can't play it, man. I'm not a judge.
Well, we do have the world's best judges up on deck right now. And
look at that. That was crazy.
They're watching every second of these runs. That's the combo that I was talking about. That was towards the end of his run.
Dude.
Multiple 540 combination plate right there. If you ordered what you wanted to see in a run, that's exactly what I would have ordered right there.
That was awesome.
Heavy.
Looking forward to seeing scores. There's Gavin right now, awaiting to find out. Did Tate just come in and smash him?
Very much down here with the current leader, Gavin Bottger. Gavin, ripping, nice work, sitting in first place after that first run. You were here last year, 3rd place at Dew Tour. What was your favorite thing about Dew Tour last year?
I think my favorite thing last year was the park. It was just super nice and flowy.
And you're digging it this year, it looks like.
Yeah, this year it's like better. It's super fun.
All right, there's a lot of awesome dudes out here, a lot of pros, a lot of legends. Any skateboarders that are out here this week that are some of your favorites that have inspired you in your skateboarding?
Some of my favorites are like pretty much all the pros because they're all super good.
Right on. Well, you're super good as well, man. The future right here, and you might be skating with those dudes. Once again, top skater from this goes into the pro qualifiers. Gavin, best of luck on those next couple runs, man. Keep doing you, keep ripping. Keegan, what do you want to say to him?
Good luck.
Right on. Thank you, Keegan Palmer. Yeah, Gavin, back to you guys.
All right, so with Gavin right there, basically he can rest easy for another minute or two as Tate Carew's score comes through, 84.33. Tate Carew moves into 2nd place.
But getting closer. Nipping at the heels.
You see the gap is closing. We thought that was an insurmountable gap at the beginning, but now we're seeing everyone step it up just a little bit more.
And these young guns have the strategy. They know what they're doing.
Exactly. Well, after 2 runs, this is how it stands right now for AM Park Finals. Gavin Bottger in the lead, Tate Carew in 2nd, Liam Pace in 3rd, Keiko Francisco right there in the conversation, along with Toby Ryan. So the 87.66 on his first run. When you come out with a first run like that, it gives you the luxury to build and add on a couple tricks or add, height, add speed. So he's really sitting in a good spot right now. Our 11-year-old, the youngest skater in this 10-skater draw, in a solid lead.
I don't know what he's going to add to that. That run was insane. So I'm looking forward to being blown away.
All right, so as we go into 3rd runs, we go back to the top of the order. 14 years old from Costa Mesa, California. Costa Mesa, that is.
Yeah, Costa Mesa.
Costa Mesa. Taylor Nye. I like the way this dude skates. I don't know if there's any relation, but he is a skateboarding scientist with cool tricks like that. Is that a saran wrap? Can he just wrap it? Speedy guy right here. Sitting on a 65 as his high score so far.
Into the deep. Getting some coping around the corner. Ooh, alley-oop. Oh, blunt fakie, very nice.
Love a good blunt variation in mid-run. Not easy to do on an 8-foot quarter pipe.
Body jar, and that is time. Trying to go for that Finsky nose grab.
All right, so makes full use of the 60 seconds. One little fall.
Bit of a bobble, but
in the middle somewhere, but still putting together a good run. Ended it with a fall. And unfortunately, that's the last thing the judges see when we're thinking of, usually you say overall impression and then you think, okay, that's kind of a jam format terminology. But in this case, we're looking at the overall impression of the 60 seconds that you skate. So from beginning to end, that's what the judges are scoring on. And our judges, they're just like you at home watching. They are skate fans. They want to be blown out of their seats. Can Josh Dirksen do that right now?
We will see. I love that. Lip slide in the sugar cane.
He's definitely the cruisiest of this field, but he's got a lot of power, cool looking style.
Up to tail slide. Oh, nice.
And
back blunt in the corner. Boneless disaster in the shallow end.
I like the kind of lead up he has to his tricks.
Everyone is just kicking the leg off, man. Judo's galore. Zach Smith.
Natural disaster.
Such a good name. Yeah, like a natural disaster is occurring.
Well, judging by the body language, not the run that Josh Dirksen wanted, but he will have one more opportunity. Some highlights in here for sure. That blunt through the corner.
Popped out so
really
well.
Difficult trick. Very, very
right into that blunt disaster. Or, I'm sorry, the boneless disaster.
And here's your score coming through. So still yet to match his first run. The 71 will stand for Josh Dirksen.
He's got one more though.
Yeah.
We're not losing hope.
And we do notice Keegan Palmer, who will be competing in the pro park. Keegan's been on an absolute tear around the world in any deep bowl event. So here it is, your Am Park final on course now, 5th place skater.
That was insane. Another kick
Toby
from
Ryan.
Stalefish. This, oh, I like that little push in there.
Street action in the flat bottom. He's totally lost right now, but he's found. Lost again. You know, that's the
How
one thing
crazy
with
was that bail, dude?
Yeah.
540 just to your feet, like
he just
whatevs.
walked out of it like it was a kick turn. One thing about a park like this with so many different places to go, can get lost in the flat bottom. I think that's what happened with Toby right there. But not after you did a couple. Here's that run out you liked. Look at.
It's crazy.
No worries.
He's just like, oh, whatevs.
I mean, that is Spider-Man style reflexes.
Yeah, that was wild. I'm excited to see that 4th run. Really hoping he can put it together. 78, the high score right now.
It's got him in 5th place. He got one more opportunity.
Next dude in.
Tyson Zane. His highest score so far is 73. He's in 7th place now. Thank you, Circle K, for that score ticker, reminding us what needs to happen here.
Huge bonus.
87.66 score to beat.
Kicking the foot off again a little bit. Jeez.
Goes so high. You know, it's almost like he just projects. Doesn't look like he's going super fast, but then he launches. I really like his frontside airs, and I wish I could do those.
Oh, the jealousy.
So Zane comes through. He was looking to better a 73. Had a couple bails, so most likely will
That's
not do that.
Gonna do it.
But he's got one more opportunity. That's why we really enjoy this 4-run format. Plenty of chances.
This gives you every opportunity.
Still the score to beat, that 87.66, has been looming large with Gavin Bottger in the lead. And as we go for the 3rd run, always fun to watch Leandre Sanders skate. He's from Venice, California, 21 years old. Unpredictable. This guy is an unpredictable skateboarder.
I want to see some what I'm going to call switch tricks in this run. Back tail, nice front 5. Going alley-oop over the Marseille hip. 6 feet tall. Modeled after the classic skate park in Marseille, France. Some legendary contests were held. Oh, that was a rad roll-in.
Early grab, high to low, scary.
Yeah, sketchy.
Anytime you're going from high to low, the hang-up factor is right there.
It's a lot higher than it is low.
Yes. You have a lot of speed and not a lot of control when you go high-low. 3 seconds left for Sanders.
You know, one thing that I'm noticing with Leandre is that some of these kids, they're going super straight up and straight down. That's how they're blasting those airs. He does a lot of floating. Like if you watch right there, covering a lot of distance.
How good does that feel when you air a hip and you just get that little subtle tail tap?
Oh.
And then just letting the judges know you're in complete control. So we'll see what
magical.
that score comes through at for Leandre Sanders. Still in 9th place, 67.33, his high score. Now we're going to Keiko Francisco's 3rd run. Let's see one of these big backside ollies this dude's famous for. Can I order that trick from him?
Yeah.
If possible?
That was a good backside ollie. It's not, you know, how high were you saying they were?
Not the backside ollie, but it was a good backside ollie. I was claiming like 18
Oh,
feet.
that was sick. Smith to lip slide on the transfer up. That was really cool.
Definitely not a one-trick pony. He's a many-trick pony.
Jeez.
Like that.
That was rad. A lot of tiles.
Your cab shout out right there.
Like, cab, I got you.
This dude skates with Steve Caballero, Jeff Grosso, you know, all the legends at the Combi Bowl, so you can tell where he gets his influences from.
So, eject a little early, but man, that was a really, really good run. Currently in 4th place, so that's 78.33. I think this run has the potential to outdo the last one. It was a really, really good mix of everything.
I agree. Solid.
Like, oh, look at how rad that was. Really well done.
And I would say that he's definitely winning the name contest. Keiko Francisco is a really fun name to say.
Keiko Francisco.
Keiko Francisco's score.
It's kind of like Elf.
Is going to be.
We shall see. Is it going to be enough?
Oh, I thought I was going to time that
Come
perfectly with the
on.
judges.
So
I like that.
to get into top 3, you got to beat 82.66. That's Liam Pace right now from Tucson, Arizona in 3rd place. Is it going to be enough?
Well, he definitely gave the judges something to think about there.
I know. They're like, judges, oh, man.
Well, he's smiling. He's high-fiving somebody. He feels good about it. We feel good about it. Now it's up to what the judges feel about it. They're taking their time. I like it.
Killing me.
This is a big moment right here. This could be a momentum shift. So as we just saw, Keiko Francisco
ripping,
dropping in and destroying from beginning to end. We'll see what the score comes through as, 78.33. And here is your score. It is a 74.66, just under what he had on his previous run.
I was wrong.
So yeah, I feel like it was right there. And now that the judges have seen something from everybody, you know, they've kind of set their scale. And I think they reset their scale with every heat that drops. Oh, we're back into it. Pace in the park, 82.66 is his high score. That's enough right now to keep him in 3rd place.
Nose grind is so rad.
See if he can up the ante here.
I would say the most speed we've seen thus far. 50-50 into the shallow right there. Look at all these transfers. Oh!
That was a transfer into oblivion. We'll keep our eyes on
I hope he's all right.
Gets up, walks it off. You never like to see those flat ground landings.
All right, here's another look. Where did it go wrong? It honestly just looked like he was a little bit over, just a little too much. And unfortunately, he just wasn't able to hang on to it. He was going really fast into that transfer.
You could tell he's one of these skaters that, I mean, he will keep going. Look at the swellbow on his elbow. He's got a wrist guard on. He's just landed straight to the flats from about 15 feet up. He's a warrior.
Very rad.
I want to see that elbow again. That is, or I mean, I don't want to see it.
It's a gnarled elbow.
It's a swellbow from Hellbow.
I'm hoping we see, I'm hoping he can put it together on run number 4.
I'm hoping he can find an ice pack because that thing looks harsh. All right, so from Liam Page, we're going to go to Cedric Pabich. He's been a little bit quiet in his 3rd run. He's got a 77. He's in 6th place. This guy is a top 3 skater if there ever was one. He's got 35 seconds to prove it. Here we go, Cedric.
Oh, the up to nose slide.
We'll get back at it.
Such
Not
a rad
stressing.
transfer.
He knows he's got one more opportunity.
Yep.
You can really let it fly.
But back in.
He's going to use the last 15 seconds here.
I mean, you have the bowl to yourself, the entire park. You might as well.
Cedric is one of these guys that when I watch him skate, you can just tell he's got a Rolodex of tricks that, I mean, goes around the world and back. He's got every trick, every boneless variation, inverts. I mean, he's got everything. And he mixes everything up so nicely. It must be cool to see what goes on internally in his brain. Like, what trick does he pick out of air to go with? And representing Antihero Skateboards.
I bet it just
Cedric Pabich.
feels so cool to be able to skate like that.
I would love to skate like Cedric Pabich. Dream come true. All right, here we go, folks. Your current leader, 11 years old. Skate Bacon Beast, Gavin Bottger. Here we go. What can he do to improve on an 87? Well, he starts off with a perfect 540 every time.
It's just so easy for him. Nice Smith grind, heading into that corner. Transfer up the lip slide. There we go.
Already a power skater at 11 years old. That's the one thing you could be critical on. The push off the knee with the hand, the front hand. He's 11 though, so you kind of, you know, even it out.
All the way around over the hip, 360.
I feel like he has a little bit of Peter Hewitt influence as well. Look at his arms.
Oh! Dude, fully just went for the cab heel.
Another
Dude, he's just getting tossed.
Yeah, even at 11 years old, slams still hurt. And, you know, don't get us wrong, we say, when a kid like that slams the same way twice in a row, that will hurt tomorrow.
He went down tough, too.
Well, Gavin is still in the lead, regardless of the score of this last wave. No quit. No quit even from beginning to end of that trick. Trying to hang on. Score will come through for Gavin.
Hey,
still
run number
an
3, 83.3, yeah.
Still getting an 80.33 even after slamming. This kid is heavy.
Yeah, he's ripping out there today.
All right, 10th skater in the draw, 13 years old from San Diego, California. Currently sitting in second place. This is Tate Carew.
Look at the extension on that. Big boneless.
And he's kind of been firing it up more and more with every run that he's taken. This is his third run here.
Oh, going for the calf heel. He's like, oh, Gavin, you fell on that? He's like, do you mind if I borrow your knife?
He goes down. He does have 23 seconds to go. We'll see if he uses this last bit here.
Just to show everyone it's kick flips.
14 seconds ago. He's going to chill.
He's like, it's all good.
Well, he's still in second place. Tate Carew, remember the top skater in this top 10 right here in the finals, will go to the pro contest. They will get the golden ticket. They will earn the golden ticket. Nothing's given here at Dew Tour. There's a quick overview of your public park right there. That's given. You can come skate that for free. Gavin Bottger still in the lead. His first run, an 87.66. It's that big number. It has been crept on with an 84.33 from Tate Carew. Liam Pace with an 82.66. And here we are in the finals of the finals. One more run each from our top 10.
Comes down to this.
Here's how we got here. This is your leader, Gavin Bottger. Perfect 540. I mean, that is timeless perfection right there.
Classic. Look at that. Just a little guy just blasting.
Super consistent. He's fast. He's got just the right mix of old school, new school. I mean,
unbelievable.
Has this kid been watching Peter Hewitt videos since age 8? What's he doing? YouTubing?
Where did he learn how to 540 at that age?
Well, hey, check it out.
YouTube tutorials?
From Transworld Skateboarding, we're going to welcome Blair Alley
What's up, guys?
to the booth. Blair was over at the park. What's the vibe like over at the park? I know you were in the mix watching these young skaters rip.
Yeah, everyone's stoked. I think everyone's blown away at how young these competitors are.
This is Blair Alley over here, of course. Andrew Kennan. I'm Chris Cote. We're here at Dew Tour, Long Beach, 2018. This is built by Mountain Dew, and as you see behind us, we're raging already on a Thursday. It's about 2:30 in the afternoon here in Long Beach, California, the epicenter of skateboarding in California. So far, so good. Here in the AM Park Final, an 11-year-old skateboarder, the youngest skateboarder in the field, currently in the lead, and he has one more opportunity to better the 87.33.
But with every single run, these guys are creeping up. Scores are getting higher. Right now, you know, we were at a 10-point lead over everyone else, and now we're looking at just a little over 3 points. So I think this is it. Everyone's going to fire it up, get super excited, and it's all going to come down to these last runs.
You're looking at skaters within reach. Keiko Francisco with a 78.33. Toby Ryan right there with a 78. Cedric Pabich, we know how good Cedric is. He's sitting on a 77. So it's still anyone's game.
Tate, I mean, 84.33 had, you know, that second run was super, super good.
Will we see a score creep into the 90s? Fourth and final run for every skater right now.
I want everyone to get in the 90s.
Well, yeah,
I want it to be a 90 off.
This is the last run. It's time for the judges to be a little bit more generous, right?
Here we go. Started off in the top of the lineup from Costa Mesa, California. Taylor, nice, 14 years old. Starts off firing.
Big scale fish. Up to tail slide.
I really like this kid's style. Super smooth.
One thing is coming through with the same run each time. Basically the same run, you know? And not to say that the judges necessarily frown upon it, because if you've got the run and you're going to build upon it, by all means. But that is definitely a big part of the equation is they want to see originality. They want to see, hey, we're stepping it up. Nice, making that right there.
Super quick.
540 nose grab. That was like spinning like a top.
So 3 seconds late, he's out. So Nye dropping most likely his best run of the day. His high score so far is 65.33. Be enough to get him in, you know, maybe we'll climb out of 10th place. Here's your Dew Tour replay. Proper Stalefish to start it off.
Oh, that was literally up to Gavin's head. That was a head high for Gavin. Stalefish.
Counts.
Nice
So
transfer over the hip.
that was your last looks of Taylor Nye. There's Heymano Reynolds, who will be competing later on this weekend. Pro Division in Park. Always a fun skater to watch. Score comes through. And he does jump from 10th to 7th with a 75.33. Taylor Nye making a leap, 3 spots.
Drastic change for
he
him,
won't be
though.
in that, you know, top 3, but 7th place is better than 10th place.
Yeah, it's definitely got to feel good to know that you put down a solid run. I mean, that's what you're here for.
So that was your 4th and final run for Taylor Nye. Coming up next, Josh Dirksen. His score right now has him in 9th place. He's got a 71. Cruisy skater out of Hampton, New Hampshire. We'll see. Last looks at Dirksen.
Oh, very smooth.
I think the judges like loud skateboarding like that. You know, land your disasters proper, smash your tail, make them hear it while they're watching it.
I definitely lean the tail as always. Much appreciated.
That's kind of the Chris Russell school of skateboarding. Skateboard
Everything's
loud,
so
and the judges
loud.
will help you out with a big score. 23 seconds to go. Dirksen goes down. Still on his feet. He is going to.
He just looks like he operates at that speed.
Yeah.
It's kind of just like the very chill mode.
He's got 10 seconds left. Give us one more trick, Josh. Here we go. Straight into the deep end. 4 seconds left.
Going for the big spin, back disaster. That is going to do it for Josh Dirksen, 17 years old.
Here's your Dew Tour replay. I like the beginning of this run. Wheels fell off about midway through, but a solid showing for Josh Dirksen.
Yeah,
that Dew Tour.
Madonna, and then I love that lip slide into sugarcane combo. Just pulling it around.
That's a classic.
That looks so cool.
Always looks so good when it's that just one motion, fluid, through a combo trick like that. So that'll be it for Josh Dirksen. Crew up in the athlete area is fired up. This park is definitely going to get a workout for the next 4 days. We've got legends skating, we've got pros skating, men, women. This place is going to be destroyed by the time we're done with it. Coming up next, Toby Ryan from Carlsbad, California, 14 years old. Super stylish young skater. And still a lot of power from such a little kid. You love to see that.
Yeah, he just looks so rad. That's, God, kickflip stalefish.
That's in my top 3 single tricks of this entire contest so far.
Just that run, that little combo right there, the kickflip stalefish coming around and then the backside boneless on the extension is so awesome. Yeah, making the 540.
Perfect.
This kid is ripping. Oh, high to low, tweaking it out.
This could be a conversational piece right here. He's got a 78 for his high score. He's in 5th place. Finishes with a slam with 5 seconds to go.
She's gonna take a snooze. The park just on his pants right there. That was how hard he slammed. Yeah, just got concrete pants.
I love that he keeps going up to the deck of that slippery Stanley.
Look at that tweak, kicking it out. Yes, this view is rad. Boom!
It's that high to low transfer.
Grab behind the knee, the appropriate way to do so.
Wait on scores to come through for Toby Ryan. If he's in the 80s, you could see some switch ups going. He's moving a little bit slow after that slam.
This kid is awesome, and I'm really excited to watch him continue to skate in the future.
I'm a new fan of Toby Ryan, and apparently the judges are too. He gets an 80.33. It's enough to bump him into 4th place.
Super
Still
sick.
6 skaters to go, so we'll see if that score stands. You got to be hyped with being in 4th place at your first ever Dew Tour. It's a good start to an illustrious career ahead of him.
Camera's on Tate right now, but Tate is definitely not up.
Here we're going to go to Tyson Zane out of Jacksonville, Florida. He's 14 years old, repping KTR.
Honestly, Tyson's got a super sick name too. Tyson Zane.
Tyson Zane.
Action hero.
Almost kind of
action hero, man, for
definitely.
Sure.
He's gonna
And he is an action hero. This run so far,
look at that.
solid.
Oh, catching on the back Smith.
There's a commentator curse right there. My bad, Tyson.
Don't worry, it wasn't you.
I just want to see more of this guy skate, because you can tell he probably rips street too. You can just tell by the way he skates.
It's really good style. I like how all the airs are really tall, but every grab is like accentuated.
That's just solid fundamentals right there. So Tyson sitting at a 73 right now. Here's what went wrong at the very end of that run. I mean, he had that back Smith every time.
It looked like it was kingpin on coping.
K on C.
Yeah, little K on C.
Little K on C action right there.
I like how Himano is just in all the, he's in the background all the time, like,
super
shoots
coach.
brother, let me see that board.
Just getting tanner by the day.
All right, here we go. Leandre Sanders from Venice, California. Our last looks, his fourth and final run. We'll see what Leandre's got for us.
I hope it gets weird out there.
It got weird, but not the way you wanted it to get weird.
No. Leandre, once again, so cool to see out there because skating both regular and goofy. Goofy in the park, regular in the streets.
The man with no stance.
Yeah.
I would imagine he's a solid follow on Instagram. I don't know why. I could just think that he's got good stuff happening.
Insane tricks at the Venice Beach Park. It's one of his stomping grounds.
Absolutely mental.
Not the fourth and final run that he wanted or we wanted from Leandre Sanders, but no doubt Leandre will be back to compete in many detours in the future. And if you want to see Leandre skate more, go to the Venice Park. He's there every day, ripping.
And if you live far away, then just go to Instagram and follow him there. If you can't make it to Venice, then you got to do it.
So from Leandre, we will go to Keiko Francisco, Vance Park local, Combi Bowl ripper, owner of one of the best backside airs we've ever seen done in the Combi Bowl.
How tall were you saying those were?
The clip went viral. That's how I know about it.
It was massive.
Everybody reposted it.
Yeah, that was probably the most reposted trick from the Vance Pool Party this year. Keiko Francisco is in for his fourth and final run, doing that cab shot out front board. He's in fifth place right now with a 78.33. He's got 34 seconds. Come on, Keiko.
Oh, I love that. Smith lip slide. That transfer is so rad.
25 seconds.
Real hot. Oh, there we go. Half-cap people going to fakie.
Into the corner. 10 seconds left for Keiko Francisco. Will this get Keiko in the top three? So far, so good. He goes down with 5 seconds left.
No. He's
as shocked as we are.
A backside ollie right
I know
there.
we've been talking about his backside ollies.
Yeah. He's got the greatest. He's got the greatest. And then over the little hip. Little's relative here.
Yeah, so of course this park, you know, we're looking at walls between 6 and 9 feet. A couple replays here for Keiko Francisco out of Carson, California. 16 years old, representing Powell Peralta. And it's fitting because he basically skates with the entire Powell team from then and now. And you can see in his influence, the tricks he chooses, the way he skates. Again, everybody in this 10 skater and park final has that perfect mix of old school and new school. And that's exactly what we want to see here at Dew Tour. We wait for the score. An 82.66 for Keiko Francisco. That's, sorry, a 78.33. I got a little excited there. I really like that run. But hey, a solid score nonetheless. A 78.33 for Keiko Francisco. It'll move him into fifth place.
17 years old.
That means we're going to see Liam Pace, one of the, I'd say the fastest skater we've seen in this contest yet.
Yeah, big fan. Stoked to see him skating out here.
Comes from Tucson, Arizona.
Yeah, and you know what? You can really tell, too, those long flowing locks really just blowing in the wind.
Is that an Arizona hairstyle? Yeah, you know, with the swell bow, with a third air to flat landing, not the kind you want to see. That'll be it for Liam Pace. Solid result for Liam thus far with an 82.66. He could hang in there on podium in third place. Here we go, Cedric Pabich from Ocean City, Maryland, 18 years old, representing Antihero. We'll see what Cedric's got.
So rad, too, that he's got a brother that skates and absolutely rips.
Yeah, his brother Roman will be competing in the pro division as well. If Cedric can win here, he'll be joining Roman in the pro division. That would be awesome to see. And the Pabich brothers have put together some incredible parts that you should, after tonight maybe, get on YouTube.
Yeah, this
Google
evening.
those parts.
That's when you give it a shot. Watch the live stream, get stoked, watch on YouTube.
Look up their video checkouts on the Transworld site.
Exactly.
Shout out.
So that'll be it for Cedric Pabich. Sitting in 6th place, most likely won't improve his situation. Solid result though for Cedric Pabich. I mean, this guy is known as a backyard bowl killer, so it's cool to see him kind of stepping it up, putting it in contest mode. And contests like this, contests like, Vans Pool Party, Vans Park Series, this really has opened the door to skaters like Cedric, who are so good in backyard pools, parks around the world. And we've kind of discovered a whole new talent pool. Skaters like Cedric, like Gavin Bottger, like Tate Carew. It's pretty cool to see this new generation of park skaters stepping up.
They're basically so good that by default they're contest. They can skate a contest. They're not like contest skaters. They're not, they don't train the same way. But they're so good that you just put them in there and they're like, well, I'm just going to go rip.
Yeah, they didn't start skating like this for contests. We recreated contests to catch up to their skateboarding. Here we go, your current leader, Gavin Bottger, 11 years old, from Oceanside, California, representing Nike SB. He is your current leader. There's only one other skater that could possibly catch him. An 87.66. Could still improve here with 32 seconds to go.
I love too when they're all small and they're just like, come on, throwing the hands up, like, look at the hustle.
20
it's like 100 steps to try to make it that far, little legs.
Here we go, last looks for Gavin Bottger, his 4th and final run. Skate Bacon Beast. Not afraid to slam. He's definitely unafraid.
So a little perspective here. Gavin, 11 years old. Kid's not a teenager yet. I don't know if he's in 5th or 6th grade. He's kind of on the cusp, but we're talking elementary, middle school right here, leading the charge in the Am Park final. That's insane.
Born in the early 2000s.
And he got out of school today for this?
Yeah. He did get a hall pass from his parents to compete. So it all comes down to this.
Gavin's got to win a contest today.
Your current leader, Gavin Bottger, will he get that golden ticket up into the pro division to compete against the best of the best? Well, one more skater to drop. This is Tate Carew, 13 years old, from San Diego, California, repping Vans independent trucks. Starts
Look
it off.
at the extension on that.
So proper.
Big boneless. All the way around.
In the back of his mind, he's thinking about that 87.66. What to do to beat that score.
Oh!
He had to try.
All right, we'll see. Is he going to keep it going? Yes. Come on. Are you going for it again? Oh, you animal.
One more time.
3rd time's the charm. Come on, you still got 17 seconds.
Does this mean we have an 11-year-old skateboarder going into the pro park men's final?
Wow.
History was just made. I mean, that was crazy.
11 years old.
Gavin Bottger comes through. At 11 years old, he's going to join 25 of the best park skaters on the planet here at Detour later this weekend. That is insanity. Your winner of the Am Park final, Gavin Bottger.
Wow.
Not shocking. Not shocking for how good this kid skates.
Shocking in the beginning when you see an 11-year-old roll in and rip like that.
Yeah, when you're looking at it on paper, you're going, okay, the 11-year-old, and you watch him skate.
And then you're like, oh, okay, now I'm not shocked.
I get it.
Still,
And here's-
11 years old. And it was first run, too. Came out swinging.
He ended the event early right there, dropping that 87.66. There's your top 5. Keiko Francisco dropping that 78.33 for his high number. So there's your winner on the deck right now. DC is with Gavin Bottger.
Thank you very much, Jimmy Coleman and Vern Laird, hanging out here with your winner, Gavin Bottger. Gavin, what do you got to say about today?
Just awesome. This park was amazing. I'm just having fun skating with all my homies.
And we talked earlier in the interview, you said one of your favorite things was skating with all the pros out here. You're going to be able to skate with the pros by winning today. You got a spot in the qualifier with the pros. What do you got to say about that?
Speechless. I'm just so hyped.
How you feeling? You're a little sore looking when you got up from that last run there.
Yeah, I took a few slams on the full cab heel.
Well, you going to go get that cab heel flip?
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Congratulations. I'm proud of you from 3rd place last year to the top spot. We'll see you down at the awards, my friend.
Thank you.
Right on. Thank you, DC. There's the proud Mary, the Queen Mary. A lot of people come to Long Beach for tourist attractions like that, which is totally cool. But this weekend, people are coming to Long Beach for skateboarding. We've got the Dew Tour 2018, built by Mountain Dew. Got the Agenda trade show going on next door. So much happening right here. Get in your car, get on the bus, get on a bike, get down to Long Beach right now. We're gonna give you some highlights right now for the AM Park Finals. This is the future and now present of park skateboarding. Again, an amazing mix of old school and new school. All these tricks done so proper. Tate Carew.
Such a cool opportunity, too. These guys come out here skating against the other AMs, and then 1 minute, you're like, oh, I'm just hanging out with my friends, and then the next, you're skating with the best pros in the world.
And I think it helps, too, that all of these skaters will tell you, this park is just super fun. This is not like a challenge for these skaters. They love this thing.
That's our guy, Gavin Bottger, a.k.a. Skate and Bacon Beast.
How tight is a Hot Wheels sponsorship when you're 11 years old? You just fill your drawers with Hot
Dude,
Wheels?
you should see this gigantic track I have at my house.
So
there he is. You know, again, it was shocking when you saw it on paper. You have an 11-year-old competing against, you know, skaters much older, 14. You know, that the age demo goes from 11 to 21 here for the AM Park Final. Congratulations, Gavin Bottger, basically sealing the deal with his first run. What was it about Gavin's opening run that kind of put the judges on notice, that made them have to give out that big score?
I mean, came out swinging, hit every single wall, took the foot off, 360s, 540s, coping tricks, kickflip indies. It literally had everything that you would want in a run. First run, and totally blew the judges away.
Now, Blair, when you watched Gavin, you know, the consistency that this kid always has, he opened that first run, the 87.33, kind of gave him the luxury to do whatever he wanted for his final 3 runs. Almost looked like he just knew he had that thing in the bag.
I mean, he's so young and he's so good and has his tricks so dialed. I don't think that even enters his mind like, oh, maybe I should showboat or maybe I should try something crazy. It just seems like too much of a focused contest terminator, you know?
Yeah. Already at 11 years old, a contest terminator. We got awards coming up. Of course, we got AM Street to follow later this afternoon. Lots of action from right here in Long Beach, California. You are watching Dew Tour 2018, built by Mountain Dew. Do not go anywhere. More skateboarding to come from right here behind us, over there.
in a male-dominated sport is definitely like harder than being a man. But now that it's like 2018 and everything's much more equal, the competitions are having equal prize purse, which is a really big thing, and even contests that previously didn't even have a girls division are now having a girls division. I'm really fortunate to have girls like Lizzie and Nora who have really paved the path for people in my generation.
I'm like unintentionally a part of like the pioneer aspect of women's skateboarding. There's definitely been like a bunch of women before me who've had it way harder, but I'm still in the beginning.
When I first started skating, I didn't even think there was another girl skating. I didn't even think that existed until like I went to like this all-girls skate contest, and then I was like, oh, here they are. That was like my first introduction to like, no, you're not the only one. And there's girls out there that are killing it.
First dew tour I skated in was in Oregon with the men's. And I remember I was like the only female to skate the bowl, and then Letitia skated the street. I wasn't intimidated because there was like a bunch of other girls skating as well, but it was more that in skateboarding there is that like age divisions and stuff, but no one's wearing the same things, no one's doing the same like things the same way, and everyone is just different.
I mean, after seeing that, it definitely put a drive into me, like, all right, I want to get way better, because now I see everyone like trying to go for it, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna go for it too. So it helped me like kind of step up in a sense.
To be around, you know, guys that I look up to in both street and park, all in the same place, it's pretty amazing.
I definitely hope that I'm molding a path for future female skaters. Hopefully they see what I do and just take a piece of it and run with it, you know?
I can't tell where it's gonna go, but I just know that it's probably gonna be so much gnarlier than like whatever we're doing right now.
To San Francisco, California.
When I hear that dew tour has been around for 14 years, it's just like, that's a statement of they're committed to skating. Dew tour, it's based around a skateboarding competition.
There's a lot of things to do other than skateboarding, which brings the outside world close to skating.
There's all kinds of stuff you can do. There's cool art shows. Skateboarding is an art, and it's something that everybody does differently. There's always awesome music. I think it's more fun to watch than your average contest. There's all kinds of cool booths, good food. Everything about Dew Tour is just tight.
It's just a really fun weekend of everything that embodies skateboarding. There's not a lot of competitions like that. There's so much rich skateboarding history.
Christian Hosoi and people back in the 80s brought contests to World View.
Great run for Christian Hosoi. Look at that.
Dew Tour's been through a lot in 14 years, and the fact that they're still pushing and they're still reinventing.
Congrats to Team Blind, back-to-back champions.
Means that it is really fun. It is a great contest, and that it means a lot to skating.
All right, boys, get these and dues on me.
Yes. Oh! Danny, that's a do on you. Let's get it.
With the Dew Inner Circle, the more you buy, the more gear you get. It's that easy. Drop into Circle K today. Check out the Dew Inner Circle on the Circle K app. Grab Dew. Earn gear. Only at Circle K.
Hey, mission start. What are my next orders? I'm gonna blast my way through. How much time is left, Cortana? I'm gonna win this. Mission accomplished.
Welcome back. We're watching the Dew Tour live down here in Long Beach. And joining us here in the booth is none other than veteran artist, skater.
Team
One of our
captain,
favorite guys to talk
Flip
to.
team captain.
Mr. Lance Mountain.
As of now.
5 minutes ago.
Right there.
Yes, yes. Lance is the flip team captain, which we'll get to in a minute. But first, let's talk about what we just saw there in the AM Park section with an 11-year-old winning it.
Gavin, right?
Yeah, Gavin Bottger.
Awesome. Yeah, they're good to see skate, man.
Yeah, we're watching them get their medals right now.
Oh, right.
Kelly, thank you so much for your time and for being out here and helping us out.
DC's
And
down
with
there on the
no
podium.
further
But as we're saying,
ado,
Gavin, 11 years
in
old,
third place,
has 540s dialed, winning
your hands
contests. And I was
together for
asking you,
Tucson,
kind of
Arizona,
semi-jokingly,
Liam Pace.
how many contests did you win at 11, and how dialed were your 540s?
No. 540s came way later. Competition came way later.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. It's amazing these kids are...
One more
Gavin
time,
had his
let's hear it
run.
for your third place finisher,
When he was practicing,
Liam
he had his
Pace.
run down. He had it. He really knows what he's doing. It's good.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right,
really?
let's listen to DC down at the
Second place.
awards podium.
Let's hear it for Tate Carew.
Oh, cool.
One more time, let's hear it for second place finisher, Tate Carew.
Yeah, Tate.
And your winner out here for the Dew Tour, AM Park, taking the top spot. He was third place last year, so you got to get real loud and proud for your winner, Gavin Bottger.
Yeah, and he's got a hipper. He's limping up onto that first place podium.
He'll heal up before the pro division starts.
One more time, let's hear
It's the
it
best
for
part about being 11.
87.66
It only takes about 11 minutes to heal from a couple slams like that.
So we have an 11-year-old entering the pro contest this weekend.
It's amazing. And a 13-year-old got second. So our two youngest skateboarders got first and second place.
That's insane. And he'll be going up. Who's skating the bowl for flip this weekend? Who's Gavin going up against?
Keegan.
Oh,
which
yeah, Keegan.
I think was possibly the winner last year of the AMs.
Keegan basically has won everything in the past 2 years.
Yeah. So Gavin's got his work cut out.
Another teenager, too. I mean, this is the year of the teenage park skaters.
Yeah, they're doing tricks that were invented decades before they were born.
Yeah, it's so fun to watch. I mean, you have
That's crazy to say.
You have these kids out here doing, they have that solid, fundamental power, style. They're doing big, lofty sailfish. And then you'll see, like, kickflip blunt. So they're mixing old school and new school tricks like we've never seen before. It makes it so fun to watch.
Yeah, they're doing a little of all of it, and it's wonderful to watch. Every once in a while, there's a few guys that come out, and they'll make it their own, and they'll do. That's when they really break into it, where they start making up their own stuff, and that's the beauty to watch these guys. They're going to mature and do that.
Liam Pace won the Destroyer Award right there. I think Andrew's saying, was he the fastest one in the bowl?
Yeah, he was flying for sure.
Yeah.
Super fun to watch. He's from Tucson, Arizona.
Yeah. And I know Flip and you two, you guys have always kind of seen talent kind of before most people. What do you see in these young kids that are as good as Gavin in the bowl?
They have all the fundamentals, like you're saying. And typically, the real greats, they learn the fundamentals, and then they have that creative mind, or they step out one thing beyond that, whereas really the world goes, wow, I want to have what he has, which is a Neil Blender, a Tony Alva, Mark Gonzalez.
Right.
And it's like, it's harder to step out as far as Gons did, but the guys do step out, and it's still like kids are watching this and they're looking at it like music, and they're like, I want that band, I like that style, I want to be a part of that. And if a kid comes into that, has his own, that's when he really makes it.
That's a great analogy with music. It's amazing.
It's like, you're leading the way of being, other people want to be a part of what you have.
It's pretty cool to see now the broad influences as well. You look at Gavin, how he skates. I mean, I see shades of Peter Hewitt in there. You see these classic skateboarders that it's like a trickle-down theory. This is probably skaters that their dad is a fan of, or their mom watches, and they go, yo, watch Peter Hewitt skateboard. Yeah. This is how it's done. And you can tell in the style that Gavin has already that his influences are really varied, and they're deep. He knows his skate history.
Yeah, there's decades of video parts, they can watch. Who knows if they're watching a video part from the 90s or from 2 years ago, and where they're drawing from. And so you get a crazy mix of styles in an 11-year-old. You know?
Yeah, and I mean, he's so young. He might, he might just not even knowing those influences are coming there.
True.
Which might be beautiful too. It's like he's not specifically going, I'm going to be this.
Yeah, I want to skate like that. It's just how he skates.
It's just coming out because he's still enjoying it so much. It hasn't hit him in that way maybe yet, but we'll see. It changes on a dime really quickly.
Oh yeah.
But the guys who have the raw talent, and he looks like he has it, no matter what's put in front of him, he can probably do well.
Oh, I've seen this kid rip street.
Yeah,
He kind of does it all for sure.
At 11, you already know too that he's going to rip it up when you see his name on the list.
It's awesome.
Let's talk Love and Guts. It's a well-known art show. It's been traveling around since 2005, I believe.
Yeah, I don't even know when we started it, but yeah, it might have been 2005.
So you're there since the beginning?
Well, it started as an art show with Steve Olson and myself and Pat Noho. And we did the first one in, it might have been 2005.
Yeah. So now I know you're constantly making art. Is a lot of your art made just for Love and Guts, or when a show's coming up, how do you decide what you're going to display?
Well, the truth is, the Love and Guts idea behind the whole thing was just to let people see and know that skateboarding has this deeper culture, which the images behind it, the graphics behind it, and the writing and the stories and the photographs all built something that built a culture, and that's what it was really about. And so I mean, I've done graphics for, like this one, I've done graphics for over 20-30 people, and so I brought a little bit of some graphics I've done for people. But Craig Stessig's also in this one, and he's someone that we've always wanted in the show because he's the one that he was the architect of what skating is. He wrote the stories, and he made the mythology of here's what it is. And it's more than just the ability to do something on a skateboard. It's got a lot more depth to it, and we want to make sure that kids grow up in a time where they can understand skateboarding is theirs. You can do whatever you want with it.
That's awesome.
Artistically or creatively. Yeah. Don't just take what we give you, make it your own.
Yeah.
What do you think of events like this that really, obviously we celebrate skateboarding in multiple forms, street, park, but then to bring in music, to bring in art, and to open it up to the public, because in history it's a lot of times been like, here's the vert ramp, there's the contest, sit in the stands and watch it. This is fully immersive for the fans to come out, get involved with the art and all this. I mean, there's parks open to the public right behind us.
I mean, to me, you take it what it is. It's like, this is amazing that we're at a place where it's this big. We skated contests where there was 15 people watching it. And to have it be at a place where so many people can see it, it just gives us the opportunity to let as many people to know, like, hey, be a part of this.
We're going to bring the champion, the champ himself.
You can be a part of it. And
get the trophy up here. 11-year-old
so many people come
Gavin Bottger.
See what we've done our whole lives. It's amazing.
Speaking of amazing.
Congrats.
Here we go.
Thank you.
Have you guys met before? Have you met
my
Lance?
board hit him today.
All right. Oh, okay. All right.
That's how you met.
Almost took him out of the event.
Congrats. Give me nuts. That was incredible.
Thank you.
How are you feeling?
Amazing. I'm just super hyped.
Yeah.
What's up with that new limp you got? You got some battle wounds from that 4 runs?
The full cap heel, just I hit my back and my butt a few times. Definitely gonna be sore tomorrow.
Yeah, but not too sore because you're competing with the pros. You're competing against 25 of the best park skaters in the world. That must feel pretty cool.
Yeah, not to psych you out at all.
It's
no pressure.
amazing.
He's not phased.
I'm so hyped. Like, it's like no pressure at all because like you're just there and you're hyped to be there to have fun.
We're happy that you're here because that was amazing to watch. First run, pretty much just put the whole field on notice that you're here to win. So what did it feel like to get that first run, get the 87.33, know that you set the benchmark right there and you only had up to go and you're basically fending off the rest of the field?
Yeah, it felt amazing. It was just like, I was just super stoked to land my run.
Nice.
Is it hard to make another run after you know you did what you're supposed to do?
Not really. It's just like, it's almost like the pressure is off and you're just gonna try and just do your best tricks. Yeah.
We were talking about your influences, and I was throwing out influences, Peter Hewitt, people like that. But who do you watch? You know, who gets you fired up to skate and do what you do out there?
Who gets me fired up to skate is mainly John Cardiel.
Good answer.
Yeah. Great answer.
Nice. How'd you like the bowl out there today?
The bowl was definitely super fun. It was like, I think it was a little bit better than last year. But yeah, it's because it's like super tight and I can keep my speed in it.
Yeah, nice. Nice.
What do you want to be doing in 10 years?
Skating still, having fun.
How old were you when you learned 540s?
I was 8 years old.
8 years old?
Yeah.
8 years old.
How old were you, Lance, when you learned 540s?
I learned 3 months after McGill did it, and McGill made it up. I was 24.
Wow.
So I had skated, I had skated for about 14, 15 years before the trick came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And seeing McGill finally land it it's just incredible.
Yeah.
It was like, wow, we got to do that.
Yeah.
We all have to do that. Bummer, but we have to do it.
And now
we have to.
Now
do
we
this
don't have to. You guys have to.
Gavin does them.
Gavin, the Dew Tour experience. We were just talking about it. You got public parks. You got free Otter Pops over there. I've had 4 Otter Pops already today, so I'm already loving the vibe. For you, now that you've already won the Park Am finals, you got a little bit of time off before your pro final debut. What are you going to do to get involved here in Dew Tour?
Just gonna try everything out, like go to all the booths and skate the pump track a little bit and just have fun on everything.
Me too. We should all roll together as a crew.
Yeah, you got to go check out the Love and Gut show after this and see Lance's art he's got on display.
Yeah, Cab and Hosoi, they're all going to be there signing
Sick.
and meeting and greeting.
Oh, nice.
I would love to see that.
Absolutely.
Gavin, now that we know you're a veteran here at Dew Tour, you know about the team competition coming up later this weekend. We do have our flip team captain right here, Lance Mountain, but just pretend he's not here. Tell us what team you think is the team to beat this year at Dew Tour. There's your list right there.
I mean, let's see.
Each one 3 years in a row, I guess.
I can see why. They got Yuto.
Your team blinds looking good to you? But yeah, it's not an easy question. I just threw the hardball questions out at Gavin.
Who are some of your favorites out there, Gavin?
Definitely Petro Barros, but I don't think he's in here. But
Pedro's gnarly.
We see some Pedro. We see some Pedro in the style.
Is he on a team? Is he skating or is he just here?
Pedro will be in the contest, not on a team.
And then open.
Congrats, Gavin. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
But
You're
that
a
question
legend.
just,
I
agree. It's a tough question.
Thank you.
Carry that trophy around. Sign some autographs out here.
We get kicked off?
You're
superstar.
famous now. You're a celebrity.
Gavin, no, you're still here. We're talking more Love and Guts.
You're not off the hook yet, Lance. No, you're good, Gavin.
Yeah, Gavin. Congratulations,
Thanks
brother.
for stopping by.
Hey, Neil Hendricks just texted. He said Gavin for
11-year-old champ
president.
right here.
So you got a vote from Neil.
Oh, they must be having so much fun together, like him and his kid, the young guys just riding, because it's like when you're at that age and everything's clicking and it's just, you're still playing, it's the best, The longer you do it, the more you start things getting
We're trying
weird.
to tap into what he's feeling.
Yeah, but then you get over that hump. We got over that hump and it's all free again, so. But it's a good time when you're just firing off with your friends and you got this friendly competition.
We've got a camera over at Love and Guts, so let's.
We got to go over there and
let's talk
do
art
signings.
and see what it looks like. They're setting up maybe for a signing today.
Yeah, no, we have to do it at 3.
Here in beautiful Long Beach, California. And that's whose art? Is that Christian's art right there? Those prints?
Christian has prints right there. It's kind of dark. As you go in, there's the cab stuff.
Right.
That one on the end right there is Christian's dad, Ivan.
Right.
Pops the soy. He did a piece.
And Steve Cab has paintings and almost like comic book type characters he's been doing lately.
He has some paintings and prints too.
It's kind of like hot rod art style.
Yeah.
I like the concept there. Do you guys get assignments, or is it kind of just put together what you want to show off here at Dew Tour? What's the overall concept with Love and Guts show?
The Love and Guts show is just supposed to be a group of guys that were a part of the original bull riding, and mostly bull riding, but it was like at that time in early bull riding, when they decided to have competitions, you had to be very creative to place well. And so people were constantly coming up with a new trick or something. And it was very based on image and graphics and the whole part of it. So it's like the concept is really just to show that skateboarding as a whole has deep roots, and it's a little bit more cultural than just it has, you know, arts and writing and creative side to it. You know, I mean, all the right guys. Neil Blender should be in it, but we can't get him to ever come. Neil Blender was so creative at its time. And he led a whole new group, Craig and these guys. Steve Olson, he was the guy that brought like the punk look and the punk feel and the Vivian Westwood type of aesthetic to skating. And so it's kind of celebrating all these places in skateboarding, and new guys are doing it, you know, Mark Gonzalez, and it's just, we're trying to keep the, hey, skateboarding is creative, and like, go with it, whatever you want to do. We want to show that, you know.
What was it about that era? It seemed like a really creative, explosive time, and everyone is really drawn to art.
Well, I mean, I think because it was so young, it was drawing creative minds. So the artist type were drawn to it because they could, when we started skateboarding, we looked at everything and we're like, oh, there's what it is. There's the rink, or there's the arena or whatever, and here's the rules. And at that time, people were looking to see, what is this? And this was a wide open canvas for us to go, hey, we can make our own arena, we can make our own rules. And so the creative ones were drawn to it, and they flourished because it was so young. Once it's a learned thing, I've always said this too, like Tony Alba and his crew started riding empty swimming pools. And so we all wanted to do it. By the time we actually had competition in pools, there was a whole generation, like the Tony Alba generation couldn't compete because it was too late. Right. They were doing it so far ahead. And so skateboarding is easy to, like the 540. Once you see it, so easy to learn. Yeah. But it took 5 years of everyone trying it. The 900, Tony, 10 years to learn. So it's, yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's the same in street. Like no one, evolution of skateboarding. No one believed the rails that Pat Duffy did could be done until he did them, and then
it's a lot. I think the creative mind starts it, and then the creative mind moves past, and then the one that has learned can kind of come and do it better pretty easily.
Yeah, which is a trick to see.
The next creative guy is off doing something else. Yeah. And that's the beauty of skateboarding, because it is the kids. Yeah. It's never been ours.
True.
It's been, Stesic wrote something a long time ago in a quote, and it said something about all this concrete being here for thousands of years, but it took an 11-year-old mind to know what to do with it.
That's incredible.
And that's the soul of skateboarding. As much as it can be anything, we never get to own it. It's the kid that's saying, here's what, it's mine, and I'm going to do what I want with it. And then we go, oh, let's do that, or let's follow that. And at some points, we got to be the kids, and that's going on. And that's the beauty of skateboarding. It's very creative. Forever. It's very artistic.
It is beautiful. And I want to thank you, Lance Mountain, for stopping by. We're going to see you all weekend skating in the best way. Love and guts, signing autographs, showing the art, leading the flip team, hopefully to victory this weekend.
Yeah.
And
start skating, never stop, do what you want with it. It's the best thing.
What he said. Yeah, Lance.
Thank you guys, man.
We'll be back in a minute with more.
Blair, get in there.
Dude, are you friends with a real robot?
No, man, it's my service.
Maybe you should switch to a more reliable network.
Switch to Boost super reliable and super fast nationwide network and get 3 lines for $100 a month, each with unlimited gigs and 20 gigs of mobile hotspot on each line.
In a world where you're judged purely on what you create, Secret Walls sets to define the truly exceptional from the great. Over 90 minutes, 2 teams of the best in illustration go head to head.
We're gonna destroy.
Armed with only black paint and a white wall, these teams must create the most impressive battle mural to destroy their opponent. The crowd judge the winner, and the rest, as they say, is history. Welcome to Secret Walls.
Being a woman in a male-dominated sport is definitely like harder than being a man, but now that it's like 2018 and everything's much more equal, the competitions are having equal prize purse, which is a really big thing, and even contests that previously didn't even have a girls division are now having a girls division. I'm really fortunate to have girls like Lizzie and Nora who have really paved the path for people in my generation.
I'm like unintentionally a part of like the pioneer aspect of women's skateboarding. There's definitely been like a bunch of women before me who had it way harder, but I'm still in the beginning.
When I first started skating, I didn't even think there was another girl skating. I didn't even think that existed until like I went to like this all-girls skate contest, and then I was like, oh, here they are. That was like my first introduction to like, no, you're not the only one. And there's girls out there that are killing it.
First Dew Tour I skated in was in Oregon with the men's. And I remember I was like the only female to skate the bowl, and then Letitia skated the street. I wasn't intimidated because there was like a bunch of other girls skating as well, but it was more that in skateboarding, there is that like age divisions and stuff, but no one's wearing the same things, no one's doing the same like things the same way, and everyone is just different.
I mean, after seeing that, it definitely put a drive into me, like, all right, I want to get way better, because now I see everyone like trying to go for it, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna go for it too. So it helped me like kind of step up in a sense.
To be around, you know, guys that I look up to in both street and park, all in the same place, it's pretty amazing.
I definitely hope that I'm molding a path for future female skaters. Hopefully they see what I do and just take a piece of it and run with it, you know?
I can't tell where it's gonna go, but I just know that it's probably gonna be so much gnarlier than like whatever we're doing right now.
And welcome back to Dew Tour Live. I'm Blair Alley with Andrew Cannon, and joining us in the booth, Alex White, Vanessa Torres. Thanks for stopping by.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having us.
Awesome. So you guys checked out the Am Bowl contest. We just saw Vanessa. You were judging it.
Yes, I was. Were you there? Did you go there?
I watched.
Did you? Yes, I did judge it. I didn't realize that I was going to be judging it until I got a phone call moments, like literally right before it started, that they needed me. So
that's why we need you here. We can put you anywhere and you get the job done.
I'm trying to make it all happen.
Veteran.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the reason an 11-year-old won, Vanessa.
I did play a part in that, yes.
He was undeniable.
I do not, don't have any second thoughts.
How small his board was?
I didn't, but I saw how small he was compared to his trophy. It was cute.
He's amazing.
We're probably the same height.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? You know, I mean, look at how young the kids are out there. They're like 11, 13, 14. Does that trip you out? That the transition stuff is so young, whereas the street stuff is a lot older?
Is it though? Is it really that big of a difference? I feel like it's, for me, looking at that, it seems very much the norm these days, that they just keep getting younger and keep going bigger. And that's the first time I think I've actually sat and watched any sort of park as far as like the men's side of things.
Here's a look at the winner, the winner Gavin right there.
It's pretty much the run that kind of stayed up top. Yeah, kept him up top. Yeah. And then.
Yeah, what'd you guys think up in the judges booth when you saw that first run? Was it just like, wow, this has got to be a high score?
Yeah, consistent and hit everything, lip tricks, airs, like, everything. So he put a good run together and kept him on top. So.
Nice. And Alex, tell us what's new this year as far as the women's competitions, park, street, amateur.
Yeah, well, this is the first year Dew Tour is doing women's park, women's AM park, presented by Nikita, and then they're doing the women's pro street on Sunday. So. Yeah, 3 women's events. Oh, 3 women's events coming up.
Nice, that's incredible. Why do the women look like they're having more fun than everyone else?
Why do we look like we're having more fun?
There's smiles and high fives up there.
Yeah.
It's a big party on the deck.
It's such a tight crew, and it always has been such a tight crew.
Yeah. I think we're really happy to be here. I feel like the women have arrived. Like we're really, there's really like a deep talent pool. There's so many girls. They're coming from all over. They're getting lots of exposure. They're getting sponsors behind them. So for the first time, they can make a living. They can concentrate on skating 100%. They can make a career out of this, and they're loving every minute of it.
Yeah. At a lot of contests, it's like the same purse for men and women now, which in the past hasn't always been the case.
Yeah. And that's huge. Yeah.
It's great. Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Who should we be looking out for this weekend? Any new young guns out there on the scene, or anyone that's really just like stepping it up?
Okay, so I think it's safe to say that Alex and I both are. I'm definitely rooting for Jen, especially.
We're not judging the contest, so we can root for some people.
Okay.
But no, we're definitely not judging it. But we lived together for a while, and I've kind of watched her skating just progress and blossom, and just her as a human. And I think going out and winning SLS London Open was a huge accomplishment for her with all the hard work that she's been putting in, and having the opportunity to actually showcase what she's capable of as far as competing. And yeah, I think she's definitely somebody to look out for during this contest on Saturday.
And you guys are announcing the contest.
Yes, we will be taking part.
Yeah.
Awesome. Who better? What other skaters were you? Did you have your eye on, or did you want to talk about?
Nicole House.
Yes.
Nicole House is so fun to watch. She goes so big. Her backside ollies are like, you don't know if Nicole's going to make it or not. So I think everybody kind of leans to the front of their seat as they're watching her drop in. Like, she's either going to go or she's going to slam, and it's just really refreshing to watch somebody who's like just throws caution to the wind, goes for it, and makes it look so good. I mean, she grew up with a vert ramp in her house.
Yeah.
So Nicole House had a vert ramp in her house growing up. So I think she like really has a really good foundation. She's not scared to go for it.
Yeah. We're seeing that with a lot of these young kids. They're not scared, and they've grown up either with vert ramps in their backyards or a huge concrete park nearby. So they come here, and it's almost like a cakewalk. It's almost
they definitely take some slams too.
Yeah.
I was going through the list there of all the girls. If you go down the list of the women's pro park, 3 out of the 8 have their own ramp or grew up with their own vert ramp.
Insane.
And then the rest of them grew up with a really great skate park nearby. Yeah. So just speaks to the 2018, the age we're in.
Yeah, and all the supportive parents out there.
Yeah, and the
take
really
your kids skating.
Parents, yeah.
Build them a vert ramp, or at least take them to your local parks.
And then Hannah Zanzi, yeah. It's actually kind of one of my favorites, more so because
so punk.
Dude, she's a powerhouse, and she also goes big. She's probably one of the only women out there that's skating this event padless. I think you guys might have to wear helmets, I'm not sure, but anyways, I think her background was more in street skating, and I met her when I was super young. And we used to skate together. There was a truck company, Grind King, back in the day. We both termite, all that stuff, whatever. And we skated together when I was younger. And then I didn't see her for a long time. And then she came in a couple years ago and just killed it at, I think, Van Doren Invitational.
Right.
Just won. Swept it. And then she's actually just really exciting to watch because she brings something new or totally different than I think all the other girls bring to park. So it's fun.
Any surprises? Any dark horses? Someone that just might make an unexpected win here this weekend, or at least make some noise?
What do you think? Well, I think it's going to be really interesting in the street contest to see Aori. Aori Nishimura came back from knee surgery, so she won X Games Minneapolis last year. Now she's back. This is the first contest we're going to see her at competing, because I don't think she did the European leg. So it's going to be interesting to see where Aori is. And then I really want to see Mariah Duran take Mariah Duran is so consistently good. She's always podium, and she's just due. She's she's gonna win something, you know.
Yeah. She was the first one to jump on that kink trail.
Yeah.
First go, just right through the kink.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Let's take a look at the courses that they're going to be skating here, and let me know your thoughts on the battlefield here.
It's very green.
The battlefield.
The battle cry.
Counter row, kink rail. They're going to do the bump to bar is going to be a favorite with the girls. The double kink rail, I don't know how many girls are going to be touching that. Maybe just Mariah. Tack section, Lacey. There's your tech section.
Oh yeah, Lacey definitely told me that she would be on that section as far as just anything manual and any just flat ledges.
Yeah.
What about who? Yeah.
I seen Julia go over that.
Yeah.
Alexis was kick flipping it earlier too.
Yeah, Alexis too. She's good at
Alexis
that.
Sablone's flip trick.
She's versatile.
She is.
Like,
Alexis we didn't speak about, but Alexis really is.
I definitely know she hates anything kicker to anything. Because she is straight East Coast.
Street skateboarding.
Don't be liking them kickers.
So who are your front runners for the park?
Well, the park's interesting. I feel like, you know, there'll be one rider that really takes to the course. You'll see them stand out, and it's different every time. And that course looks like it would be good for all the girls. There's a couple girls warming up, it looks like right now. I'd really like to see Poppy, what she brings to it. She's the only international rider. She's got great, it's a big course. There's like that big wall that we're looking at right there. And I could really picture her doing some like inverts on that, and yeah. It's a good course.
Yeah, Gavin was saying it was really tight, and it enabled him to keep his speed, and that's one of the things he really liked about it.
I was going to tap in on
that
too.
Yeah, it looks fast.
That's what it kind of comes down to. I think it's keeping your speed and being able to get those tricks in.
Yeah.
Who else?
We've got the Street Am contest is coming up, and there's a lot of young upcoming.
That's where I gotta
go. Oh, you gotta go, Judge.
You got like 3 more minutes, Vanessa.
I'm right here.
Okay. Who are some of the young up-and-coming women in street skateboarding?
Some up and coming. I wouldn't say Samaria's like up and coming, but Samaria.
She's there.
Yeah, she's but I think as far as competition wise, has not found herself on the podium recently.
Yeah, it's been a few years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I definitely think that she's capable of putting a solid line down and, you know, just making it a little difficult on everybody else who's involved. So I'm always excited to watch her skate these contests, and especially she's got a really nice tray flip too. So yeah, easy on the eyes.
Yeah, nollie heel flips too.
She's got it all.
Yeah.
Perfect nollie heel flips. Well, thanks for stopping by. Can't wait to see more of you guys over the weekend.
Yeah.
Alex White.
Thanks, Blair.
Vanessa Torres. Yeah. We'll let you get over to your...
Blair Alley.
Yes. Good luck judging.
Thanks, Andrew.
We'll be
Thanks,
watching and checking things out from over here.
Cool. Yeah, thank you.
When we come back, the Groms will be doing Street Am finals. Stick around.
got kind of crazy out there.
Welcome to San Francisco, California.
When I hear that Dew Tour's been around for 14 years, it's just like, that's a statement of they're committed to skating. Dew Tour, it's based around a skateboarding competition.
There's a lot of things to do other than skateboarding, which brings the outside world close to skating.
There's all kinds of stuff you can do. There's cool art shows. Skateboarding is an art, and it's something that everybody does differently. There's always awesome music. I think it's more fun to watch than your average contest. There's all kinds of cool booths, good food. Everything about Dew Tour is just tight.
It's just a really fun weekend of everything that embodies skateboarding. There's not a lot of competitions like that. There's so much rich skateboarding history.
Christian Hosoi and people back in the 80s brought contests to World View.
Great run for Christian Hosoi. Look at that.
Dew Tour's been through a lot in 14 years, and the fact that they're still pushing and they're still reinventing.
Congrats to Team Blind, back-to-back champions.
Means that it is really fun. It is a great contest, and that it means a lot to skating.
Yeah, most of the guys I hire are skateboarders. That's really how I get the longevity out of them, is because it's not just a paycheck. It's actually it's a passion of theirs.
Been skateboarding for 20 years. Been building for about 5 now. So doing this is a dream job.
Our designer comes up with a design. They've changed it a bunch of times. We build as much as we can at the shop. We load it on a truck. And we bring it here and we offload it and start putting everything together. You have to know what's gonna work and what's not gonna work. Sculpting a perfect bowl, it's true art form.
Professionals that are here, when they say something doesn't feel right, then we go in and change it, get to ride it ourselves.
Every park is built different, but all the walls and everything is built beautiful and awesome. You can tell skaters built it, like, they know what they're doing.
We're out here 12 hours a day in the sun, getting burnt, It's a labor of love.
We get paid to do what we love. Our crews, we're all one big family.
We're very passionate about skating and about building.
Welcome back to Dew Tour 2018. We are live from Long Beach, built by Mountain Dew. We've already seen Am Park go down, and coming up next, Am Street. And there's nothing amateur about the 11 skateboarders we have on our start list. Chris Cote here with Andrew Cannon and Blair Alley. We've already seen history made here at Dew Tour with an 11-year-old winning Am Park. Yeah, that 11-year-old, Gavin Bottger, will now be competing in the pro division. Here's an overview of our brand new and improved, updated street course street thing. We just saw.
Just keep it going.
You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about this this course. It looks super fun from any and every angle. It's kind of a triangle shape. Tell me your first impression, Andrew. What do you think of this street course?
I love this course. I think there's so many good opportunities to get creative, to try some wild stuff. I love that there's kinked rails, regular rails, bump to rails. You have stairs, you have ledges. You seriously have it all. And I like the way that the whole thing's set up as well. The flow on it is really, really cool.
Similar format to what we saw in Park. 3 runs, only 1 run will count. Blair, what are the judges looking for here on the street course?
Using everything, seeing who's the most well-rounded, consistent, difficult tricks. I mean, skaters are so good nowadays, especially like these guys that are used to contests. The competition's going to be fierce. There's going to be a lot of times when the judges have their work cut out for them, when dudes are just going to be annihilating that triangle and hitting everything. So
here's your start list in international field: Maurice Jordan, Chris Colburn, Henry Gartland, Gabriel Fortunato, Yoshi Tannenbaum, Marcos Montoya, Gustavo Ribeiro, Roger Silva, Taylor McClung, Mario McCoy, and Tyson Bowerbank.
Looks like my work.
I love that in the amateur ranks, already some full-blown household names on that start list.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
From all over the world, too.
It's crazy how the talent, I mean, these amateurs, the only reason they're not in the pro contest is because nobody's giving them the, like, you're pro. Just, you got a board now. Because it's crazy. I mean, the difference in, like, level of skating, I think the big difference is confidence. You know, in the end, is a lot of these guys are coming out, they're kind of like really just kind of getting their sea legs, whereas if you look at the pros and they come out on that course and it's a completely different level of confidence that you see.
And just like in our Park Am event we just saw, one of these skaters in this 11 skater list will be competing in Dew Tour Pro Street. Blair Alley, throwing you under the bus here. Who is the favorite?
Let me know.
Going
favorite,
into
let
this
me look at this
I'm
list.
throwing it right out there.
I'll tell you right now. Who's consistent? Yoshi Tannenbaum, always insane. Marcos Montoya. You know, Andrew, how good he is.
Oh, Marcos Montoya is unreal.
Yeah. Oh, Tyson Bowerbank. That guy has been annihilating AM contests for years and years. There's 3 right there.
You got representing Mountain Dew, Chris Colburn.
Cookie Dough.
Cookie Dough
Personal
is
favorite.
Such an incredible skateboarder. You know, when you think of him on the streets in front of a video camera, you think of just pure power, beautiful skateboarding. What can he do to set himself apart from the rest of the field here and turn into the cookie dough contest killer?
He can do such difficult tricks. It's all going to be about if he can land them during his run, really, because what he films for his video parts and Instagram and whatever is insane. It's on a pro level. So if he can land tricks like that in this, then yeah, he could be the guy advancing.
Yeah, it's the caliber of tricks that he's doing are so unreal.
Yeah.
It's pretty insane.
Yeah. No, he really is one of my favorite straight up AM skaters. So I'm stoked to see what he can do on this course.
I'd like him to be straight up pro at some point.
I think he deserves it.
That would be pretty rad.
This year, with the Element video coming out this year, it might be.
We've got the fingers crossed.
Don't ruin the surprise. Yeah, anyone on this list right now, you think of all these names, you think of they will be pro in 2018, if not the beginning of 2019.
We
Everybody
hope.
here.
We absolutely hope.
They've all got the ability, that's for sure.
So as you see getting warmed up, this is the same course we will see for pro, for women's. This is the first year, Dew Tour 2018. We have women competing alongside of the men in park and on street. You guys saw Vanessa and Alex in here earlier today. Vanessa actually is going to go up and be one of the judges,
which is awesome
for AM Street.
Because she's done it all. I mean, she's skated in the contest. She's done the whole deal.
You know what? I want to just roll right into this. Let's start it off. Maurice Jordan from Los Angeles, California, 20 years old, representing DGK.
All right, cat back lip to start. Maurice has got such a cool bag of tricks. He's got a lot of difficult ones. Kickflip back lip down the rail.
If you guys watched the last DGK video, Saved, he's got really rad footage in it.
Jeez, so tagged to start it off.
3 flip lip to fakie.
I like these kind of guinea pig runs where these skaters are all, you know, in practice you're skating with 50 of your closest friends, not making it easy. So it's cool to see him kind of being able to read the whole course and put things together. 60 seconds on the clock, plenty of time to go back and forth 3 or 4 times.
Best of 3 runs. It's all about overall impression and your top score. So they're going to have 3 different opportunities out there on the course. Coming in switch. Switch front blunt.
Jeez.
Down the rail. Jeez.
It's cool also to see which of these obstacles are kind of going to become the hot zones. Obviously this kind of rail, flat rail, is a favorite of skaters throughout practice and throughout that first run for Jordan. So here's where the judges will set their scale. Where do you think that first opening round is going to play into the grand scheme of this part of the event?
I would say like 60s, 70s. He had some super, super difficult tricks. I'd say 70s. Super difficult tricks. But, you know, one thing that I think we'll see as we go through is you want to see somebody skate the entire course, not get off their board, and really just keep that flow going. And he did do quite a bit of turning around, but the caliber of tricks that he's got can elevate that score. Here's another look. 360 flip lip slide to fakie.
He made that look so basic.
That was rad. The switch front blunt was beautifully balanced.
Yeah, that was a really difficult trick, and he did it so smooth. This one, not so much.
He dodged
like
a bullet right there.
Yeah, it looked like kickflip front bump, but he kind of got into like kickflip hurricane. Pretty crazy.
It has to feel good, though, to get that first run out of the way. Got a decent score, 67.66. You know, Park's obviously much different, but the scores to beat in Park were up there in the high 80s. So expect some of these skaters to be trying to creep up into those high 80s to get themselves on that top 3. The top 1 will be competing against the pros. Coming up next, Cookie Dough, Chris Colburn from Williston, Vermont. And he is 27 years old. This dude has been a household name for a long time. Is part of the Do fam, if you will. And hung out here last year. Dude is just a really cool ambassador for skateboarding. I mean, a nice guy, obviously super technical, consistent.
Repping his recently turned pro teammate there, Tyson Peterson.
Super awesome.
Here we go. What we got from Chris Colburn.
Cookies in, board slide up the rail. Nice little backside air. Coming at the bump to stairs. Oh, the scooped back 3. You can see it all with that back foot.
Already we're seeing kind of a different, you know, a different look. We had that tech, kind of a little bit slower getting from obstacle to obstacle with Maurice Jordan. Here we've got Cookie Dough now just flying around this course.
Oh, I like that.
That was subtle.
Yeah, it was very, it was subtle. It was like a whisper of a trick.
Careless whisper. Did you say careless whisper?
It was like a whisper. Oh, like just diddling the tail bit.
Diddling whisper?
Oh, that was so sick! That was so awesome! What a cool transfer.
Where did that come from?
He's a Wildwood man. Yeah. He's from Vermont.
That was shocking.
That is what the judges are going to be looking for.
One of the coolest things I think we'll see all day.
And I like that he is going fast.
Oh, so close! What a run!
Going for a perfect 10 right there.
Andrew and Blair almost fell off the set.
That was so rad.
We're still reeling from that sideways 50-50.
You know what, though? What's so cool about that is he did it first try in his run, in the first run. So now it's not like you see him try it and you're like, oh, I hope he makes it in the next one, and then he goes through each run, not make. It's like, boom,
he should just do completely different runs every time.
Well, he can.
He's
that's
creative.
For sure.
Exactly.
He seems like the type, right, with no plan.
Yeah, he's
which
crazy.
I like. So I think that's going to be real. That's going to give the judges something to think about.
And then down the stairs, that was so cool.
Now that should not be possible when you think of physics, right? Going straight up.
That's why Cookie's so gnarly. He can do the impossible.
Because he defies physics.
He defies logic.
Oh my gosh.
Come on, Cote, you know this.
Oh, it's physics defying skateboarding already in his first run for Chris Colburn.
Oh, look at that. Yes, 85.33.
There you go.
Well deserved. I'd say they could have scored him higher.
I was saying crept into the 80s. He just jumped straight into the 80s with an 85.33. Coming up next, 18 years old from Minneapolis, Henry Gartland. Representing, well, Volcom for one.
This is our guy. He skates for Santa Cruz, too, and he is just such an unbelievable skater. He's got a crazy bag of tricks. He's working on a video part right now that's coming out in August.
So when you look for the type of skater that you want to add onto the Santa Cruz skate team, what about Henry gets you excited?
It's the purple hair mainly. It's mainly the wild look. Now, you know, he's just a super determined, really good person. It's awesome. He's kind of the complete package. We're so thankful to have him on the program.
And he's got a nice back 3.
Yeah.
As I just saw right here.
Solid back 3.
18 seconds left. Now, do you get points taken away for getting off of your board, or does it matter?
I think it just depends where.
Yeah, I mean, on this course, I don't know if it's possible to just stay on. Although that'd be really impressive if you did your whole 60-second run without ever getting off. But yeah, like Andrew said, depends where.
Yeah, it's all about the context, you know.
Exactly.
I mean, if you land a trick and then you get up and walk up a quarter pipe, you know, it's when you see people not do, you know, like a disaster or something, that's where people get bummed. All right, kickflip front 50 on the A-frame, 360 flip over the bump to bump. Henry's out of Minneapolis.
What is your guys' favorite part of this course so far? Andrew, what do you like on this course?
I honestly love how many rails there are. I feel like there's so many good rail opportunities that we're going to see an insane, like just a difference in tricks.
Crazy tech combo. Blair, what do you like on this course?
Yeah, speaking to the rails, they're all pretty low, so exactly, it leads to a lot of technicality.
Flip in, flip out.
I like the stair set where there's the kicker on the one side, or you can go straight over that boost sign, or like Chris Colburn just showed us, who knows, there might be stuff we haven't even thought of yet.
I love the look of the hips here. I mean, they are just those classic big hips that we're going to see, you know, I want to see some high pop flip tricks.
Or ollie out into the street a la Aaron Hamoki.
There you go. A lot of opportunities.
75.33 for Henry in second place. And now Gabriel Fortunato.
Representing
this guy.
Sao Paulo, Brazil.
This guy has some of the most amazing style.
Yeah, he's good.
Trick selection. Oh, hanging on.
Stays on.
So that just shows how good he is. You go try to switch front feeble or rail, slide into board slide. I mean, it basically throws everything that you know off. You're like, I meant to do this. It's amazing when people can just, oh, it's all good. I'll hang on.
I think the judges, and I know I like it, and I'm sure people at home like it, watching people right on the edge of sketchiness, hanging on to tricks, like Fortunato has been doing throughout this run. I'm an instant fan of this dude right here. Ow. It's, you know, you look at this course and you're thinking, all right, well, it's relatively, I don't want to say small, there's big obstacles, but then you see a slam like that and you realize you can do damage to yourself on this course. It's big enough, it's the perfect size for the performance skateboarding that we want to see. Fortunato.
Oh, that's crazy.
Body varial out of that.
Where was that trick going to end up?
He was going full body varial on that.
So our first look at Fortunato. Agreed.
It was a good start.
Amazing.
It was a good start, but he has so much more to offer as we move on in those next two runs.
Maybe he's holding a little back. These next two runs we'll see some fireworks from Gabriel.
180 switch 50, super difficult. That 360 flip
Would you say that's the hard way?
The old hard way, yes. And then there's that front shove that took him down. Look at the way he caught that front foot, and then boom. Goes down like a sack of spuds, mate.
Earbuds stayed in.
I know, impressive.
Stayed in. 64.
I am still tripping on how wild those things look without any cords.
So also, 64 for Fortunato. He'll be in fourth place. And Yoshi Tannenbaum, Silver Spring.
Big flip tricks.
Representing Israel right
Literally
there.
big flip.
Yeah.
So wait, is that the start? No. This is a positioning play right here.
Yeah.
Where do I want it?
Crossing, sir.
Yoshi, you would consider him a household name in the world of skateboarding. This guy's been around. He's been in for a minute, and he's been killing it for life.
He's put out insane video parts.
Yeah, the caliber of tricks that Yoshi has is insane. And consistency-wise, he's unbelievable. He definitely has had some off days as far as the contests are concerned, but when he's on, I mean, it's just, he's just spewing fuego everywhere.
Spewing fuego. I mean, super powerful. Like you said, got every trick.
And he can mix it up.
Our broadcast bro, Chris Pastris, puts this guy right up there among the best of the best on his day.
Wow.
Tricks like that.
I mean, so clean and consistent.
27 seconds, so he lost his board just for a second there. Good hustle to get back at it. 60 seconds is quite some time on a street course.
That's a long time.
It's toasty out there, too. Oh, man, I can't believe he hung on to that.
Get onto a heel flip over that.
That was very rockety.
That was just, you know, he got away with something earlier, so he kind of just through the kitchen sink at that rail. 4 seconds left for Yoshi Tannenbaum.
He didn't even touch any of the quarter pipes too, and he's just a wizard.
He's got the
with
blunt
quarter
kickflips
pipe
out,
stuff.
yeah.
All day.
Yeah.
Super easy. There's that 360 flip. Casual over the hip. Go back 180. Ooh, cutting halfway with a nice fakie flip.
Yeah, that was flawless.
That was well done. That was.
There we go. Here's this.
Let's watch
the
this
hip
in
flip.
slow-mo.
Wow. No touch. That was WEC approved. No toe touch there. So as we go down through the ranks of our AM Street Final start list, we're waiting for the score to come through for Yoshi Tannenbaum. It's a 71.66 and up for third place. Following Yoshi from Broward County, Florida, 17 years old, Marcos Montoya. What do you know about Marcos?
This kid is really,
I've heard
really good.
Our Tampa friends have been telling us about him, saying he's one of the next guys.
Absolutely.
So let's check this out.
You see him at the AM contest, style, tricks. I mean, look at that. Front feeble down the kink, popping out.
Can I
that was controlled.
Get that?
You want to harness that a little?
Trick.
I don't know.
That was so good.
Oh, look at that. Backside nose grind, over crook, whatever you want to call it.
Popped out early.
Insta fan. I'm an Insta fan of Marcus Montoya.
Oh, he tried to kick
It only
the
took
front
2
crook.
tricks.
Yeah. You're like, oh, we made it 10 seconds into the run.
Yeah, 2 insanely difficult tricks, though. Done really well.
Backsmith. Oh, going down.
Keep it going. 28 seconds from Montoya.
So
that's still some time to make an impression.
We talked about this during the park. There's always a little bit of nerves on run number 1 when you get out there. That's why we give him 3 runs in this, because we want to see the best possible skateboarding.
10 seconds for Montoya. Most likely he will call it a run there. He's got 2 more opportunities after this. Maybe he'll give us 1 more trick. Half a trick.
That's okay. He's going to save it for the next 2.
Repping shake junt flip. Montoya.
Yeah, flip has always found talent.
This is
at an early age.
2 highlight package tricks to start us off with.
That was pretty.
Super well done. Popped out early. And then another look at this. Fully popped out. The control on that.
That's exactly how you want to do it.
Is unbelievable.
And that, I wonder if that rail's too low for him. Coming off that bump, that rail's kind of down there.
1 of 3, 52.66, but we've got 2 more runs ahead. I'm expecting big things.
I think
to stay on.
that's just foreshadowing right there from Montoya. More to come. So coming up next, representing Portugal, Gustavo Ribeiro. Comes from Lisbon, 17 years old. This dude is a machine.
Yeah, he has some insane tricks. Flip into everything.
Yeah, this guy knows
knows
how to put together a winning run right here.
And there we go.
Nice nose blunt.
You know, does it perfect. Landing bolts, 42 seconds, plenty of time.
He's so good at contests, he might just kind of do a run where he knows he can land everything first, get that, you know, solid score, and then just start 360 flipping into all these tricks later.
Oh, you mean like right now?
Yeah.
But after he hard flips
Yeah.
off the stairs, so.
Next run will be to nose blunt.
So far, the perfect run for Ribeiro. 19 seconds, stays on.
Board.
You can see he's just kind of amplifying technicality right now.
And he's got this time to 60 seconds.
Oh, going for the bigger spin flip.
He knows exactly how many tricks he can get in.
Oh, he's
60
fired
seconds.
up. He wants to finish strong here. 2 seconds left. This would be last trick.
How dare he get it in before the end. Crook nollie flip.
Near perfect. 99% perfect. 1 fall in 60 seconds.
He's got 60 seconds programmed in his brain. He knows how much time he has.
He's skating for Jart out of Lisbon, Portugal.
Yart, our friends.
Yart.
Our friends in Spain, Yart Skateboards.
Yart. Now I'm embarrassed.
No, it's going to be fine.
The American pronunciation is Jart. It actually is pronounced Jart over here.
He threw me off with skateboarding like that. He just discombobulated my whole brain.
Everything went awry. Big spin front board, down the whole rail.
Well, the most technical run so far.
Boom.
The most complete. Only 1 trick missed. For
I'm excited
Gustavo
to see
Ribeiro.
where that score comes in.
At 81.33, second place. That means Colburn still in the lead with the 85.33. So Gustavo will have 2 more runs to try to creep up into those mid to high 80s to potentially take Chris Colburn out. But we have more skateboarding to come. And coming up next, we have Roger Silva from Barcelona. You see kind of a little shuffle around. Okay, where are these skaters going to be taking off? There we see Roger Silva, 29 years old, also from Yark Skateboards.
Roger on course. Nice nollie crip to start. Going for that nollie backside flip.
Lives in Barcelona, representing Brazil. 2 skateboarding powerhouses.
Switchtail 270 down the rail, super difficult on a round rail.
Apparently not for Silva, because he made that look super easy.
He's 29 years old. He's got some experience. Switch 270 front board.
Sorry.
At what point in a 60-second run, if you've fallen twice, you kind of just go, okay, this is a throwaway run, concentrate on the next run, maybe get a little bit more practice? 20 seconds in, 30 seconds in?
Yeah, I mean, I think 2 falls pretty much seals your fate. You know, you have 1 bobble, you go back, you make up for it, you'd be all right. But 2 is definitely tough.
Looking for the big finish for Silva. He goes down. That will be a throwaway run. Say that 10 times fast. Thank you, Andrew Kennan.
You got it.
Yeah, so Roger Silva, that'll be his first run. Coming up next, Taylor McClung from Huntington Beach, California. Taylor, part of the McClung trilogy. I mean, you hate to just always have to mention brothers and sisters, but that's a dynasty right there. The McClung family of rippers. What do you think Taylor's strengths are going into this park course?
He's got great style. He's got a great attitude. Let's look at some replays first.
Let's not blow right past Roger Silva.
Switchtail 270.
Couple highlights in there. If he puts that run together, that'll be a solid score.
There was that attempt at the front side flip. Just unable to make it happen. So the score is going to come in 49.66. He's going to look to those next 2 runs. He kind of had a face that, right, like a disgusted look. Maybe he saw the score. He's like, ew. Why? He was all mad.
Good. Get mad. Bring it.
Yeah.
Bring it to the park. Taylor McClung from Huntington Beach, California, 29 years old.
Taylor's just such a good guy. Super excited, stoked. He's got great style. Backside flips. He's got mean backside flip.
Coming in hot, too. I like to see fast skateboarding.
Ooh.
And
Nice
precise skateboarding like that.
Good combo.
How much weight do the judges put on speed here in the street course?
Oh, that was so rad.
Flip. Oh, yeah. I mean, speed is a huge factor in your overall score, I'd say. Speed, style, trick difficulty. And the judges are scared themselves, so everyone loves someone who skates fast.
Yeah. It just adds like a whole element of danger, you know? I mean, if you go and you try to, 360 flip a rail and you're just going, slow, yeah, it's cool. But you're not going to slam and bust your face the same way as if you throw in those extra 2 pushes.
Yeah, it makes everything look better.
Oh, using the rail for what it's there for, support.
I like that up rail skateboarding has gotten more popular. Probably in the past 3 or 4 years, up rail skating is the new down rail skating.
It's a thing. It's legitimately a thing now.
It's not supposed to happen, but that's why we like to see it happen. Make the impossible possible. McClung, time flew by for Taylor right there. Some shining moments. Probably not the full run he wanted to put together, but some definite highlight tricks in there for Taylor.
It was a good start, though.
Solid base.
Yeah.
A foundation to what could be a glorious. 2 highlights here for McClung.
The varial flip, the
awesome.
rarely seen varial flip.
The V-bomb.
Did it well. He did it well.
There's a nice pop shove. Catching it with the front foot.
Proper.
Nicely.
Well done. I liked that combo, too, because he went front shove up.
John the Man Reeves would have called that caught clean.
Caught clean.
Yeah. That went over the head of 99% of the viewing audience, but not you guys. This is Dew Tour 2018, live from Long Beach, California, built by Mountain Dew. We've got 11 of the best AMs on street right now. This is your AM Street Final. We have coming up next Mario McCoy from Reading, Pennsylvania.
Reading. And actually,
Reading?
Mario is half Italian. He's 50% Italian, so we went and visited his hometown, and everyone's all, hey, it's Mario.
Mario.
Like, Mario. And you're like, oh, okay, we've been saying Mario the whole time.
Well, let's change that now. Mario is on course. Give me what you like about the skateboarding that we see from Mario on a daily basis.
This dude has one of the best kickflips I've ever seen.
Yeah, he can take that into any trick.
Yeah, really. Oh, he's just struggling out there right now. He's got both his parents there, maybe making him a little nervous. Yeah, when this guy kind of gets into it, he is really on it. Yeah, he's having a hard time out there, run number 1.
First run, it's all good. You can throw away 2 runs. As long as you have 1 good run, we only take the best run.
It's
so
all
best of 3.
about the 1.
And you can fall mid-run, get back up, and still win this contest.
But then again, he just kickflip front nose blunder to rail. So,
yes. So
you know,
one of the
having
tricks,
a tough day, but
yeah, one of the tricks of the day. And he's got 2 more tries. Mario McCoy from Reading, Pennsylvania. 22 years old, representing Santa Cruz. Look at a couple looks here at Mario.
Another look.
That was
kickflip nose
when you can do that, you know you got a very controlled kickflip.
I think, honestly, I think that was him going, you know what, I've had some falls. Let me just throw this one out there, see how it feels, at least get 1 under the belt.
Little confidence booster.
Yeah, then,
yeah,
and then that way for the next run, he's feeling a little better.
Absolutely.
62.66 for Mario. And coming up after Mario, we got Tyson Bowerbank from Salt Lake City, Utah. 23 years old, repping Almost Skateboards.
I can't say enough awesome stuff about Tyson. Not only is he a great person, but man, his skateboarding is just on another level.
How come there's no 11-year-olds here in the street final?
I think that with street skating, it's a whole different beast because, you know, on the trannies, you can just blast, right? You can utilize that inertia, whereas you're not getting onto a rail and feeble grind back 180 and out at 11 if you just don't have the muscles and the skeletal structure yet to pop.
Already some insane tricks to start, and still has 45 seconds. Bowerbank on a good one. That was cool looking.
Nice frontside 360. Yeah, Tyson has won many an AM contest. I look forward to someday seeing him in the pros.
Well, if he wins here today, he will be in the pros.
Jeez, the scoop on that back 3 is insane.
So far, so good for Tyson Bowerbank.
Dude, he went back 180, fakie 5-0, and then he attempted backsmith back 3 in his contest run. That's crazy.
He's still got 10 seconds. All right, that'll be it for Tyson Bowerbank out of Salt Lake City, Utah. Time's up. This will be for the fans. Quick back 50. All right, so 1 full set of runs in the book. We have Chris Colburn as your leader with an 85.33. Gustavo Ribeiro in second with an 81.33. Look back here at what I would say is got to be something in the top 5. A lot of tricks done there for Tyson Bowerbank. Clean skateboarding.
His go-tos are super difficult too.
I mean, he can literally do a 540 ollie. Like he could 540 that gap.
And 360 ollie kickflip too.
Yeah, he's unreal.
Time to reset, get it to the top of the field. Let's see, hopefully all the nerves have been wiped off. The score comes through for Tyson. It's enough to get him in 4th place. So now let's take a look at your top 11. Oh, is that the blind team?
Team manager's corner over
strategizing
there.
right there after run 1 of 3. Here we go. Chris Colburn in the lead with the 85.33. Gustavo Ribeiro in second, 81.33. Henry Gartland in third, 75.33. Go all the way down to Roger Silva with a 49.66, which no doubt will be washed away with 2 more opportunities for all of these skateboarders. And I love that. Time flies. You think 60 seconds, all right, we're going to be here for a minute? You're not. It actually feels like 5 seconds. We've probably seen skaters being able to do up to 10 to 12 tricks, maybe?
Yeah, I mean,
without
you
being
got those
total
guys that are
spaz.
around 10 to 12, and then there's the guys that can do 1,000. It just kind of depends.
Total random stat.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Pulling that one
matter.
right out of the air.
tricks per run, something.
Tricks per moment.
What the judges want to see is your tricks done cleanly. They want to see you flowing from obstacle to obstacle. And the street course we have is perfect for doing just that. I am Chris Cote. This is Andrew Cannon. That is Blair Alley. We are part of the team that will be your guides to Dew Tour. And I want to say congratulations to Blair Alley. Hold this up.
Oh, man.
Blair Alley from Transworld Skateboarding nailing the cover shot. Who is that? And what is he doing and where is he doing it, Blair?
It's a backside tail slide on a little handrail called El Toro. And yeah, I was blown away to see that and lucky enough to shoot it. It's Adrien Boulard from France. And he's a wild soldier for doing that because he slammed and still got up and did it.
Wow. Congratulations, Blair, and you, Adrian, getting the cover of Transworld Skateboarding. An amazing feat. And it's we're back at it. This is Maurice Jordan from Los Angeles, California. And it looks like with a full 50 seconds left to go, he's putting things together.
Started it off with that cat back lip, and then kickflip back lip down. Coming in switch. All right, switch backside lip slide.
I like the flow he's got here. Yet to jump off his board and walk it. Oh, then he does it. It's fine.
Front feeble.
Still going. 30 seconds.
He's got really difficult tricks. The cab, it was like he levitated.
That's
it was so level.
That's a hot spot right there, that stage.
I like that part of the course.
Oh, losing his shoe. That's never good.
That's going to eat some time off the clock, putting his shoes back on.
Really going to affect his strategy out there.
I think his strategy is do a bunch of really hard tricks and make him look super cool. Does that sound like
that's effective?
Proper strategy?
Yeah.
That'll get you in the finals.
See that? 60 seconds just flew by. So in 6th place, it's Maurice Jordan. He still has room to improve.
Cab back lip, taking it all the way around to fakie. This is that kickflip backside lip slide. Super, you know, you're taking a chance when you're flipping into a trick in your run. Anywhere that's not your last trick.
That's a good cab right there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Love the looks of that. You said it, Andrew. Levitation is always good in street skateboarding.
Yes.
When people look like they're floating, and this
that means
is where
you're doing something right.
The wheels and the shoes all fell off. But we got another opportunity for Maurice Jordan. He will have a third and final run. Coming up next, your current leader. As we wait for the scores to drop, that's enough for 3rd place. Solid score. And if he cleans up the end of that run, he could be looking at top 2, maybe even top 1. Solid score, 77 plus.
We shall see.
Does anybody know where we got cookie dough from Chris Colburn?
I don't. That's just always been his nickname.
No, I think it had something to do with they would go pick him up, and his mom would always make cookies.
Ah, that would ensure a pickup on the sesh for sure.
Yeah, and so I think it had something to do with his mom making cookies, and everyone just started calling him Cookie.
That's
I love
awesome.
that.
Yeah. It's like a super innocent name, you know?
That's great. And if he wants to bring, you know, hopefully, if he wants to bring cookies onto our set, that would be great.
I want to pick up his friend Brownie too.
Miss Colburn, if you're watching, we'll take
He's
cookies.
not watching. He's skating.
No, Miss Colburn. His mom.
I think he said Chris.
All right, he's sitting on an 85.33. He's got 28 seconds to go. His board's way on the other side of the course.
There you go, getting helped out by a
Yeah, look like it was Tyson or something.
Yeah, you know what I mean? These guys are all friends.
So he is heavily involved with Dew Tour as part of Team Mountain Dew. He'll be here all weekend doing stuff like this. Almost.
Close on the switch flip. Very close.
3 seconds. That's it. Chris Colburn, still your current leader. That score most likely won't improve on his 85.33.
Let's just call that one like it is. That score's not going to improve.
Oh, how's that Wally through the dice right there?
It was great, but not great enough to improve on already his other great score. Still your leader, Chris Colburn. So far, the creativity is heavily weighted to what Chris Colburn has done. The way he reads this park, he sees it differently than the rest of the field. We've got 11 of the best amateur street skaters in the world, and here's one of them, Henry Gartland from Minneapolis, Minnesota. How do you skate street in Minneapolis when for 6 to 8 months of the year it's frozen?
He's super lucky, and the kids out there, there's a good group that they've got the Familia Park, and then they've got Third Layer. So they got 2 really, really good indoor parks. So he's very lucky in that sense.
Well, the TFs are paying off. Gartland he looks very confident and casual on his skateboard.
I mean, honestly, he's kind of a psycho. He's the kind of guy that he slams and he laughs. It's amazing, but he's just the nicest dude. He's got that Midwest.
25 seconds to go.
360 flip attempt.
Now he's got 20 seconds. In order to eclipse an 85.33, he would have to hope for a huge finish here. 13 seconds, maybe time for a couple more tricks. Here we go off the big stage.
Fakey flip attempt.
Yeah, shifted it a little bit.
Shifted it a little bit too much.
Maybe.
A little too much.
Just too much pepper on that shifty. Time's up. He's in 4th place right now. Solid result so far. 75.33, a decent score. If he wants to crack the top 3, he's going to have to better something in that 78 range. Current leader still an 85.33, Chris Colburn. But I like that regardless of where the scores end up, every skater in this 11 skater field has dropped 1 or 2 tricks that are fully highlight package worthy. Everyone has had shining moments in their runs. All right, so
this guy's just a shining moment in general.
Gabriel
I hope he puts
Fortunato,
it together.
São Paulo, Brazil, an amazing city. I was just there and I fell in love with it.
Wow.
And now I love that pop shove right there. There's a lot to love about São Paulo and this guy.
Oh man, having some trouble on that 360 flip. It's unlike him.
What happens in your mind when you fall on a trick that you've done a million times that you're so locked in on?
I think that's when the self-hatred comes out. I think that's like, are you kidding me right
That's when
now?
you put your palms up like, what?
Yeah,
That's not my fault. I don't fall in that trick.
What are you doing? Oh, that was so rad. Fake Yali switchback Smith
is a cool trick. I really like that trick. 23 seconds. He's still got time.
Hey,
there you go.
Awesome.
Yo, BV.
And I love he kind of did that slow motion style.
Yeah.
Makes it look so cool.
Came really late.
He over-torqued that on the switch big spin. A little too much.
Overdone.
That's time.
Hey, in 7th place right now, the 64.
Still cool.
I feel like he had enough tricks right there to better that. And if he cleaned up a couple of those tricks, if he gets that switch biggie, we're going to be looking at a score in the 80s, no doubt. Improving on his effort, Gabriel Fortunato from Sao Paulo, Brazil. Representing Element, 20 years old.
He got the switch front feeble perfect that time.
And he has to do that within his 60-second run again.
This is that switch big spin that took him down. Caught with the back foot. But yeah, just overturned.
So close. He's psyched. 69.33, so just incrementally improving again. He cleans up the middle of that run. He could be looking at something in the high 70s, potentially 80s. So after Fortunato, we're going to go to Silver Spring, and that's where Yoshi Tannenbaum lives. Maryland. A lot of good skaters out of Maryland.
DC, and then he goes to DC and just crushes. Backside tail slide. He's got a really wide stance too, which is interesting. Nice feeble grind pop out in the middle.
So let me ask you a simple question. Harder to pop out mid-rail than it is to right off the end of the rail?
Absolutely, yeah.
And it looks cooler too.
And it's harder to pop out the way that he went than if you would pop out over it.
Which would be a transfer.
Yeah. Just a lot more room for error. 180 up. Oh, going down on the fakey flip.
Some of these landings have been very hard. You know, you've seen kind of those like dead stop landings on a couple of these last tricks. 14 seconds for Tannenbaum.
Frontside Smith grind.
Nice, just keeps it classic.
Casual. Blunt kickflip, there it was. You said it, Blair.
No problem. It's super easy. Whoa.
Oh,
parkour.
Cat-like reflexes.
Goes into the parkour event. So
That's
Yoshi
later.
Tannenbaum. I like that he's flying the Israel flag. You know, there is Olympic ramifications here at Dew Tour, and that's why you will see, you know, some potential changes in the flags that are flying next to some of the names we have here. Already an international field here. Skaters from Portugal, Brazil, Israel, and the United States of America. Little highlight package from Yoshi Tannenbaum. Expect more from his third run. So now we've seen a lot of skaters kind of do 2 really good half runs. And that's now where you put those 2 runs together. That's where you're going to see scores in the 80.
I'm honestly kind of blown away thus far because, you know, Chris Colburn came out with an insane first run. I mean, unbelievable. But we haven't really seen anybody else come out and put it together the same way.
You're teeing it up perfectly for Gustavo Ribeiro here.
Yeah. And with that being said, we are ready for Gustavo. No, we're
Marcos
going Montoya.
first. Okay, well, yeah.
And hey, same thing.
Exactly.
Seriously,
Same thing.
all these guys are so incredibly talented that they all have the potential to do it.
I feel like we're going to see a skater go from 5th into the top 3 with this run.
Look at that. Yeah. Oh, front feeble pop out. So clean.
Glued to his feet.
Nerves off from that first run.
There we go. Do you call that a backside nose grind or backside overcrook?
I would say overcrook.
That's the current. That's the current.
Look at that.
Kick front crook.
Current message board argument happening right now.
Yeah. It's
way to keep it topical.
Just curious, you know?
Argument.
Oh, going back Smith.
He was.
I say I like overcrook. It
like
just sounds like a cool
too.
technical name.
I think of a nose grind and I think of balance, kind of like winning, you know?
It's a good, it's a perfect example. Backside
Reflip
nose
up.
grind, yeah.
Big spin going down.
Well, it was a great start, like it was shot out of a cannon. Unfortunately, the end.
He's got 10 seconds. Let's just relax here,
big
okay?
Finish, big
Coach
finish.
A, let's just relax a little.
Like he was relaxing.
Yeah, he was very relaxing.
50-50. Only
right,
only one square rail in this whole park.
Wow.
That's dangerous.
Good eye. Analysis.
All right, so Montoya, his first run was a 52.66. It looked like he was putting things together.
It was getting there, and then unfortunately, just he wasn't able to take it all the way. But next run, it's getting better and better.
Yeah, that's the.
And again, to see him fall in a backsmith like that, we haven't seen that in practice. But if he puts that run together,
yeah,
he could be looking like a favorite.
For sure.
So from Montoya, we're going to go to Lisbon, Portugal. 17-year-old skateboarder Gustavo Ribeiro. You see Gustavo right now sitting in 8th place.
So Marco 63.33, and now Gustavo.
So Gustavo, excuse me, he's sitting in 2nd place. He's got an 81.33 with room to grow because he didn't finish his run. He didn't skate for a complete 60 seconds. If he can do that here, Chris Colburn better watch out.
Kicks the front board to start things off. That's one of the cool things about Gustavo is he basically flips into almost everything. It's a flip, a shove it, it's, you know, it's something. Taking it down the long rail. 360 flip. Jeez, that hard flip just goes right to the front foot. 30 seconds left.
Jeez, he's got a long time left. 30 seconds on the clock. That's an eternity. 23 seconds now, resetting. Getting back into it, just firing off tricks. Bam, bam, bam.
Big spin front board, 15 seconds left. Really, really good run. Oh, he's just trying to turn it up to 11 right now.
Yeah.
With that bigger spin flip front board.
That's how you would want to finish that run. So technical throughout.
Oh my God, he went crook.
Just bring that one out. Just bring that out of the bag of tricks, why don't you?
Oh man.
I got 2 seconds left. What should I do real quick?
Yeah.
So Gustavo Ribeiro, who's currently in 2nd place, did he do enough to better an 85.33? I think it's going to be close, just right there under.
Yeah, because the last one he did the crook nollie flip at the end, and although a crook varial heel is going to be way crazier, he wasn't able to pull it.
Almost gets that clean catch.
That's the moment where he's mad at himself. That's self-talk.
Well, the score comes through. It's an 80, so it's right there, just under his 81.33. That'll keep him in 2nd place. So from Gustavo Ribeiro, we're going to go to Roger Silva, skating out of Barcelona, representing Brazil. 29 years old, Yart Skateboards. His first run wasn't his best, so he does have room to grow. He got a 49.66, 11th place, but we know how good this dude is. We know one run can be the big difference.
Yeah, it only takes one. Nollie crook. Starting it off. He's going nollie backside flip. There's the switch tail 270. Running into that banner.
I remember him from the King of Macba games of skate. Did you ever see those?
No.
The switch tail 270.
Was he the king? Did he get the crown?
No, but I think he made it to the finals against Gustav Tonesen.
They would make him the prince.
That's where I remember him from. Yeah, if you want to see this guy skate
Young Squire.
technical at Macba, look up those King of Macba videos.
All right, lip slide fakes. 15 seconds left.
He's going to donate the... Oh, no, he's going to keep it up. 10 seconds to go. One more trick for Silva. No, he's just going to cruise.
I think nollie backside flip. There we go.
And if you can, again, even if you fall throughout your whole run, if you can finish your time with one quick trick, that can be a small little dose of confidence that can carry into your next run.
It makes you feel good.
Yeah.
I felt good watching that.
At least you just got one under the
everyone.
belt, you know?
I still got it.
So here we go. A little quick look at an unforced error here.
Switch tail 270. Body weight a little bit off.
All right, let's get a look at our results so far. Just over halfway through here. Colburn in the lead, Gustavo Ubeto in second, Maurice Jordan in third, Henry Gartland fourth, Bowerbank in fifth, Yoshi Tannenbaum in sixth. So 85.33 is your high score. We're almost down to those third and final runs, but 3 more skaters to drop on their second run. Taylor McClung, Mario McCoy, Tyson Bowerbank. Let's go to our 10th place skater for now, Taylor McClung, Huntington Beach, California.
I love that front shove and then pop shove. Great combo. Yes, 2 in a row.
He's got this this front half of his run dialed for sure. Looking good.
I hope he can keep it going. Nice kick flip, caught perfectly with the back foot. Dude, the 360 flip getting away from him. I've seen a lot of 3 flips get away from kind of everybody today out there on the course.
If you fall on 2 in consecutive runs, do you try it again or you do a different trick?
That's tough. That depends. Honestly, I think that depends on your confidence.
19 seconds to go for McClung.
There you go.
I like that. Front blunt, catching a little bit of the up bar.
A little bit.
Just a smidge.
Just a little boost out.
180 up.
5 seconds, one more trick.
There's the switch. Yeah.
That was nice.
Oh, and a fakie flip on the bank, just to really put a bow on it.
There we go.
Oh,
now that's
run.
a way to finish. Solid 60 seconds of skateboarding there from Taylor McClung. You had to see that perfect run, but I'll tell you, that was pretty close.
That was better. So he's in 10th place right now with a 54.33. That's definitely going to up his score.
Oh,
is it going to be enough to crack into our top 5, top 3? Where is he going to end up?
He definitely climbed out of the depths of our field.
Let's have another look. So he had that front shove up, then the pop shove down. I liked this combo, 180 up, switch flip off the top rope. There's another look at that. Look at that flick.
Bam, bolts. It's a great angle for that trick. You can really see everything that needs to happen to make that. So McClung comes through. He does climb out of the depths all the way up to 6th place with a 72. So what
Not enough
does
to
he
crack
need?
into the top 5.
What does he need to improve on there?
I think he's going to have to just skate a little bit more of the course.
Stay on your board.
You know, like he might have to dive into some more of those rails and go from there.
All right, so we are deep into your Am Street final. This is Mario McCoy. Excuse me, Mario McCoy.
Mario. Almost a little too short for him on the kickflip front lip to fakie.
Wow. Love that little obstacle right there. Euro up, gap down.
Oh, I can't believe he rolled away from that. That was so rocket and wild.
His foot was wiggling on there.
Rolling through, McCoy has 19 seconds go, sitting on a 62.66.
Lofty frontside ollie.
Keep it going, Mario.
Wow, there we go. Nice frontside flip.
Real nice.
Little hand touch, not much.
Some patty cake.
Boom.
That's cool. Taking it to fakie.
That's hard.
A lot of control.
He's got to be fired up about that run. He's currently sitting in 10th place. I would say that'll get him in the top 5.
Yeah, he landed
only one fall.
Yeah,
a lot of tricks from beginning to end.
Here's a look at that frontside flip.
Yeah, this thing's nice.
Caught back foot. Kind of a late turn.
Yeah.
Just one hand, one palmer. It's fine. Score comes through. It does get him into the top 4 with a 76. So Mario McCoy now decoding the equation as to what the judges want to see.
The Da Vinci Code?
Yes, exactly. Coming
the
up
Da
next,
Vinci Code, known as
we are going to see
finals.
Tyson Bowerbank. Tyson underachieving for how good we know he is. He's sitting in 6th place. He's got a 74.33. Last year's AM champion. What's he got for us now? This is Tyson Bowerbank with 60 seconds on the clock.
Feeble grind. Oh, the back 180 out getting away from him. Kickflip frontside crooked grind in the middle of your run. He slipped into front nose, but still, to be able to get into that is so difficult.
Yeah, his flip trick into slides and grinds.
Oh,
there
man, backside 360 kickflip.
Yeah,
that was effortless. That's so hard.
That's one of his go-tos. It's insane.
Now we're seeing some momentum being built right here. This could be a big trick.
Oh, impossible. He needs to stop doing impossibles down stuff because he needs to just do them over stuff. When he does it down something, he seriously pops it like 2 feet high, and then it's like the impact ruins it.
That's a hard one to hold on to going down something. And then try to backsmith, big spin flip out. That's
everything in this run has been psycho.
Yeah.
That was the beginning of an 80-plus point run.
I think he's just trying to put together that. He's just swinging for the fences. He's just trying to put together that insane run that'll get him in first. Because he knows he can do it.
Well, and he also knows that, I mean, you know, Chris Colburn came out with a crazy one. Look at that.
Yeah, that's insane.
It's unbelievable the way he can do that.
No pivot either. All the way around.
After 2 full runs from this 11-skater field, we're down to the 3rd and final run. We're going to go back to the top of the order, starting with Maurice Jordan. Guys, what are the surprises that we've seen here in the AM Street Finals, Andrew?
Honestly, Chris Colburn being in the top spot is a surprise to me. He definitely is unbelievable as a skater, but you don't normally see him, you know, up in podium contention. So awesome to see him in the top spot right now.
Blair, surprises for you?
Yeah, you don't think of Cookie as a contest skater, so it's insane that he just came out first run, first starting skater. He's still sitting there. None of the other guys have really put together that flawless run yet, so I think one of them has to be due, one of them has to do it. So we'll see if it's enough to knock out Cookie, which one of these guys can do it. It's now or never.
Well, here's how it has all gone down so far. Cookie, Chris Colburn with an 85.33.
I'm curious if we're going to see a repeat from Am Park. You know, we had Gavin, who got his highest score in his first run and then basically just kept the lead going throughout the whole contest. So we'll see if that happens with our guy, Cookie.
And I feel like Chris Colburn still has room to improve. Like, he put together about, for him, 70% of what he's capable of. Now, if he adds a couple tricks,
absolutely,
then we could be looking at a score up in the 90s.
I hope he brings Cookies into our booth after the contest, no matter where he places.
A win would be an epic delivery. There's Yuto Origami right there.
Yuto,
of course.
Such a fan of him.
One of the
incredible.
reasons why Team Blind has now become a dynasty here at Dew Tour.
I know, right?
All right, Maurice
Jordan back.
It's back. Run numero tres.
3rd and final. See if he can hang on to. He's always trying real difficult tricks. See if he can
He's
put
a guy
it together.
If he does it, he can win.
Oh yeah.
Like, that's insanely hard. Cab to back lip.
Good start. Good start.
And he makes it look really easy. I also love that every single time I see him, he looks like he's been skating his shoes for like 2 or 3 months. Oh, no. That's his mainstay.
35 seconds on the clock. He's got a 77.66. Trying to get better than an 85.33. He's got time for a big finish.
Oh, switch rumble and shove it down the long rail. That was so difficult.
I like that he just added the shove at the end just for some emphasis.
Long lip side through the kink.
We could be looking at a pretty solid score here. 10 seconds to go. He's got to stay on, finish strong. 8 seconds.
Mandatory flat ground.
Mandatory flat, 3 seconds left.
Honestly, that last few seconds though with the switchboard slide and the flat ground, I just don't think it can hang up. You know, it's not going to hold up to the stuff that Chris Colburn was doing.
77.66 on his first run. Will that better the 77.66?
I think so. I mean, the only thing is he didn't make the 360 flip lip slide,
which was his hardest trick from the previous.
Yeah, but he threw in a shove it out of the switch front one. So.
Yeah, here's some highlight reel worthy right here.
That's going to be vexing. That's going to be vexing for the judges right there. How do you score that?
Yeah, I'm curious to see where they judge him on this one. You know, that right there, it looked like he was going to go for something else, and then switchboard, 360 flip.
Score comes through. It's enough to keep him in third for now, an 80.66. So he stays on the podium, but let's remember, first place, that's when you get that invite to skate in the pro division here at Dew Tour 2018. So from Maurice Jordan, we're going to go down to our current leader, Chris Cookie Dough Colburn, out of Williston, Vermont.
What will he do for this run?
This is exciting right here, because I don't think any of us thought that Chris Colburn would be your leader this deep into this contest, but I tell you, the creativity came through.
Yeah, how is he going to outdo that angled 50-50 over the barrier?
Here we go, 60 seconds on the clock.
So rad.
Oh,
yeah. So rad.
I love a rail on, rail off combo like that.
It's important to clarify too, you know, because we're saying we're surprised that he's in that top spot, but it's only because we're not used to seeing him come into contests like this. But we know, I mean, his talent is unbelievable.
Yeah.
And with that fall right there, kind of the extended get up back on your board time, with only 35 seconds left to go in a second fall, you know at this point, Chris Colburn now is going to be hanging on to the 85.33. Will that stand with 8 more skaters to go?
We'll see. Just like Blair was saying, we haven't seen anybody else really put the run together, which is honestly a little bit interesting. And I'm curious if it's because it's warm out there or what it is, but this group of skaters, usually at least one of them can put it together at this point.
What do you think the pros are going to be? What do you think the pros runs are going to look like on here? That's what I'm thinking right now. Like if Cookie Dough advances, like what's he going to have to go against?
Andrew kind of said it earlier. It's that confidence that you see when the pros hit the course. And that's really the big difference. It's kind of, you hate to use the word swagger, but it kind of fits.
It's just that
I
they're
don't like that word, but
you know, they know how to do this. They've done this so many times. Like they've come up through the AM ranks and then they get into the pros and they're just ready, you know.
All right, so from Chris Colburn, he's going to have to see what happens as he hangs on to an 85.33. And coming up next, Henry Gartland. Henry Gartland is sitting in 5th place now with a 75.33. Here we go, 60 seconds on the clock. Good start. Second trick critical.
I like the quick combo, kickflip front lip, back 180 in. Oh, he almost somehow saved that push style. Oh yeah, like meant to do it.
I got this.
I can't go fast enough.
35 seconds, still has time to clean this run up. He's in 5th place.
Oh,
Hanging
no
on.
way.
Now it's off. Is it over? Is it over?
Well, I think it's over for him to be in the top spot, but you know, he could still potentially make his way up with the scores. It just depends on what he can do. I mean, he's got 10 seconds left, so this last one's critical.
Here we go. Final tricks from Gartland. And it's a good one.
Back nose blunt.
Yeah. With speed, solid.
What is the most difficult blunt variation?
That's tough to say. I mean, back nose blunt is insane.
Back nose one side, I'd say.
Yeah, I would go back nose blunt.
Yeah.
So a great way to finish,
especially to hold
Henry
it.
Gartland.
Yeah.
If you want to
an extended backside nose blunt like that when you slide it that far.
Yeah, and you can keep it up and it doesn't lap over.
This is the issue that Henry had at the kind of mid portion of his run. See it flick, caught on his foot.
Caught almost primo coming up. And he almost rode it out too.
And you do not want to land primo on a ledge. That's disastrous. All right, so staying in 5th place, he's going to hang on to his first score, the 75.33. Flying the Corey O'Brien shirt, representing Santa Cruz.
Love that kid. Just stay tuned. August.
More to come. More to come. From Henry Gartland. Now coming up next, Gabriel Fortunato, skating out of Sao Paulo.
I really hope he can put it together on this run, man. This guy has such great style. He's really a treat to watch out there as a skateboarder.
Here we go.
Nice 360 flip.
He's laying the bricks right now. Like he's laying his foundation for what could be a solid run. 43 seconds to go.
Oh, switch front feeble, man. Just the way that his feet were.
That looked really cool. Ninja-like.
Pretty.
That's a really good way to say it. It truthfully did look very ninja-like.
30 seconds.
Crook up, getting a nice pop out.
Hey, we've got a run happening right here. Things are escalating quickly here for Fortunato.
Man,
24
that escalated
seconds.
quickly.
Get it.
Oh, the switch big's been getting away.
Yeah, he was on his way to a...
You know what?
He still has time. Yeah. 16 seconds to go here. That's enough time for a big finish here from Fortunato.
Nice backsmith. If he can get
7
one
seconds.
more in, we will see.
Let's see it.
And oh, that is so weird.
That would have been cool.
That's wild,
That
man.
was like a magic trick.
Yeah. It's crazy too because you can just see him
trick.
Levitating.
The front foot, he basically like pops out and kind of like just kind of tap dances his body around.
Yeah, almost has to guide the board first and then he can do the body varial really late.
Front shove was perfect. Another look at that 360 kickflip. That's
nice.
that's like the best trick for, I think, because everyone does 3 flips differently.
True.
So when someone makes it look that good,
yeah,
you know they got something special.
Last looks at Gabriel Fortunato. Now it's up to the judges. Currently sitting down in 5th place. They are tabulating. They are thinking, what do we
Gabriel
do?
was in 9th.
Oh, you're right. Well, he went from 9th to 7th.
2 spots.
So jumped up 2 spots with a 73.66. That's it for Gabriel Fortunato. Solid result when you're skating against 11 of the best AMs in the world. I mean, that is a big finish. Coming up next,
Yoshi.
I keep almost saying Royal Tenenbaum. Yoshi Tenenbaum.
He is a Royal Tenenbaum, though.
Maybe his middle name's Royal.
It's a good middle name. Feeble pop out.
I could watch a feeble pop out
1,000
times.
Yoshi was going for the jugular.
Yeah.
43 seconds.
He still has time to do it.
Wow. Ouch.
Now what? Now it's just kind of a
Now
show
he needs
for
to
the
just,
crowd.
Hail Mary.
Go crazy. And I mean, he can. Like if he goes laser flip and he gets.
That's right. Oh man.
He's got the hustle, but the tricks didn't come. 23 seconds on the clock for Yoshi Tenenbaum. Currently in 9th place, 71.66. See what he's got for the crew. There you go.
Yeah.
Nice, just a good, clean backside flip.
Yeah,
Never
he's
hurt
got
anybody.
that. He's got that. He's got big spin flips.
Here we go, the finish for Yoshi.
Whoa, go for a fakey hard flip.
All right, well, he'll have to hang on to the 71.66. Always a pleasure to watch Yoshi Tenenbaum skate, win, lose, or draw. He is a skater's skater.
Yeah, he's just got a crazy bag of tricks.
I bet he's wishing there was a best trick contest next.
Yeah.
Because he could do his wild lasers and big spin flips.
Cab flip, the whole kit and caboodle.
Plenty of skateboarding coming up for all of you skate fans watching. We've got the Love and Guts Jam with Pat Noho, Steve Caballero, Hassoy, Lance Mountain, Steve Olson, Salman Aga, Men's and Women's Park Pro, and you get to see more of Marcos Montoya from Broward County, Florida. 17 years old. And
yes,
God, that looks good every
She
time.
just has that every time.
So full 60 seconds to start. Only 10 seconds in so far. 2 big tricks from Montoya.
Oh, trying to switch it up. Going for the 180
You feel
switch
some
crook.
momentum building right now?
He knows.
He got into tail right there, though,
Yeah,
didn't he?
I don't think he got into switch crook. There it is. There's the backsmith.
All the way through the kink, making it extra difficult.
All right, now he knows he's got to stay on.
He's halfway to an 80-point run right here. 45
sure.
seconds.
Oh, man.
Was that me again?
No,
Something about
that landing.
the landing right there.
Something's
has tossed so many guys.
going on, yeah.
15 seconds. Still could finish things up in wild fashion to improve on that score. 7 seconds. Oh, wow. Well, he did save himself right there from potential disaster. Landing on the face or the nether regions on that rail, which neither one of them hit. So thankfully escaped that one.
He's made it out alive.
So he was in 10th place with a 63.33. We'll see what the judges throw out there. Again, you saw that run starting to develop into something special.
There's momentum there, but
kind of fell apart through the end there.
The back big spin just onto that. Maybe it's that new concrete. I don't know. People are getting stuck on that little spot.
That stage to stair segment is taking scalps. This is just for the viewing audience, the fans going straight back to it.
I like that. I like when they just want to get that. They just want to.
Well, it was his best run so far, a 75, so he jumps up a couple spots for Montoya. Solid finish. 4 more skaters to come. 5 more skaters to come. Going to be Gustavo Ribeiro next. Currently in 2nd place with 81.33. Here we go, 60 seconds on. Boom, good start.
Kick the front board.
This is one of the guys that could do it if he stays on.
He wants to do it too. I mean, he is definitely determined. Nice frontside nose blunt down the long rail. Oh, that was wild. The hard flip though. It's like he just pushes a button. Oh, hanging on 360 kick flip, lip slide.
24 seconds to go for Ribeiro. Currently in 2nd place. We're trying to better an 85.33.
Wow. Oh, man.
He knew right there. That was it. That was the trick.
Yeah.
That one definitely could be the end on it.
Still going for that insane 360 flip to front board.
It almost looks like he's just out of rail. He keeps getting in and he's running out of rail.
Well, that will be our last look at Gustavo Ribeiro, currently in 2nd place. Solid result there so far. Chris Colburn still hanging on. 85.33, the score to beat.
Cookie dough just doing it for the crowd right there.
Well, as of right now, he's thinking, maybe I'm in the pro contest.
Right, yeah. Off his first run.
By all appearances, he's in.
This is how he did it. This is just a quick look back as to the benchmark that was set by Chris Colburn, that 85.33. Still the score to beat after his very first run. He was only the 2nd skater to drop.
It's that lucky first skater first run we've seen today.
All right, we've got 4 riders yet to drop on their 3rd and final run. Roger Silva, Taylor McClung, Mario McCoy, and Tyson Bowerbank. Chris Colburn in the lead with the 85.33. Skaters are within striking distance. Nobody's really cracked this thing open.
Absolutely. We need somebody else to put it together fully. Maybe it is time though for a man from Brazil, Barcelona.
Roger Silva.
Roger Silva. Nollie backside flip, getting away from him.
That's a momentum killer right there. 2nd trick in, you fall. You know, you do have time to get things going in. There we go. Now fire it up. Let's see it. 43 seconds to go. Sell it. You got to sell this to the judges. Make them know you want it.
Going switch 270 front board.
So Roger Silva running into some of the same issues that he had on his previous 2 runs, going down a couple times already through the mid portion of this run. 24 seconds on the clock. This will be for the homies the rest of this run. Don't think this is going to be an 85.33.
He's probably got a lot of homies. Barcelona, Brazil. I mean, it's a lot of skateboarders.
Yeah, they're big skate scenes.
Yeah.
8 seconds left.
Nollie board slide. Back 50 getting away from him. That's time right there for Roger Silva.
All right, here we go. We're getting down to the wire here. There's Chris Colburn. Doesn't look stressed out. He's sitting in the lead right there.
Yeah, what's he thinking right now?
All he can do is watch.
Happening. He's still skating the course.
He's skating in between. So coming up next, we will see Taylor McClung, one of 3 skateboarders who could potentially pull the last second Hail Mary upset. Chris Colburn now watching, hoping this is not going to be an 85.33, but Taylor McClung currently sitting in 9th place with a 72. He's got room to grow and room to improve.
Going for that varial flip. Oh, it gets away. Hey, that's not bad odds though.
Did 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
35 seconds.
He's got a great kickflip.
Yeah. What's he got there?
Oh man, 360 flip.
If you're going to be complimented on a trick, having a great kickflip when everybody can do kickflips,
yeah,
that's a big compliment because it's one of the more common tricks in skateboarding. And if you can stand out in that realm, you're doing something right.
Yep. Well said.
12 seconds left for McClung. That's not going to be it. Currently in 9th place. Will most likely stay in 9th place. 2 skaters yet to drop. 1 more for the fans and for us, for all of you watching. This is from McClung to you.
Gnarly big flip would be insane. That is time for Taylor McClung.
All right, well, so you're saying there's a chance. Mario McCoy.
Oh, he could do it.
From Reading, Pennsylvania, 22 years old, representing Santa Cruz. If anybody can do it, he can do it because he's one of the last 2 skateboarders to drop.
Yeah, there are literally 2 other people that can do it.
Two more that can possibly do this. Okay.
Front 3, lofty over the hip. Kickflip front lip to fakie.
Whoa, went for a double.
I almost said the momentum comment, but then I didn't want to.
You're like, no,
don't
not
say
doing it.
Oh, yes.
Man, I cannot believe he rolled away from that kickflip. That was crazy.
I'll take it. That's a make. 33 seconds.
Oh, nice. Oh, he pretty much caught that primo.
Okay, wait. He's in the conversation
Lady
right
Luck was on his side. Kickflip nose slide. Definitely wanted to go crook, but I'm sure he'll take a nose.
19 seconds left here. He's on pace to what could potentially be.
Wow.
I love that he's just throwing the kickflip briefcase out there.
He's hyped. That was a good run. He's sitting on a 76 for his highest scoring run so far. He's fun to watch skate. I want to see more of him someday, soon, ASAP. There's a look back.
This was so crazy. He landed up so far on his board.
That's insane.
That'll make your guts go right up in your throat.
Oh, and here's a switch flip that he catches pretty much primo, huh?
Yeah.
Look at it.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
Gosh.
Dodging.
That was
death.
within like 6 inches of the ground. Yeah.
It flipped back over.
All
He
right.
got lucky.
Skate fans, there is 1 more skateboarder who could potentially take it all. And check this out. 83.66 did enough to get himself up into 2nd place.
Wow.
So Mario McCoy now jumps up into 2nd place. Now we only have 1 skater left to drop. It's a big name, Tyson Bowerbank from Salt Lake City, Utah, representing almost. All he needs to do is simply drop an 86. Is that easy to do?
Well, I mean,
he could do it.
Here's the thing. Sometimes Tyson is his own worst enemy because he tries such difficult tricks that, I mean, he's not going for an 86. He's going for 100.
Here we go.
Oh, man, for a second it looked a little crazy.
It did, it did.
I'm glad you saw that,
when he got in, it was like, ugh.
Back 180, fakie 5.
Man,
Front 3. I know, I'm like.
I don't want. Tyson Bauerbeek, 30 seconds on the clock.
Oh, whoa, no. That's not like a, I don't know if that's really a fall, though. I think.
It's a make and then a fall, but the fall wasn't part of the trick.
I mean, the back 3 down that was definitely a make.
13 seconds.
Oh, come on.
Can he squeeze in one more? He's not going to try.
He's not, yeah, the hustle's not there.
Yeah.
He's not hungry enough.
And that's it.
How,
ladies and gentlemen.
Cookie dough.
That is so
hanging
rad.
on from his first run, which had the coolest trick of the whole contest anyways.
Yes.
Yes, a well-deserved win there from, I guess we're looking at contest Chris Colburn now.
Yeah, we're going to have Chris Colburn in the booth here in a
Which
bit.
is awesome.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, that tells me right there, creativity rules supreme. Now we're going to see Chris Colburn get the chance to skate again. He will be skating in the Pro Street contest later on this weekend.
So awesome.
Congratulations to Chris Cookie Dough Colburn. Well-earned victory right there. And now the AM crew, other than Chris Colburn, is officially on vacation in Long Beach. Not a bad place to be. We've got Agenda next door.
Yeah.
Concerts firing up. Skate parks open to the public.
Beautiful weekend. Weather's perfect.
Let's go down to the deck. DC is with Chris Colburn.
There we go. The mic works better when it's actually switched on. Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you, Vern Laird. And hanging out down here with Chris Colburn, who just won this AM Street Final. Doing it out here for Mountain Dew. What's going through your head right now?
Heck yeah, I'm just ecstatic to be here. The sun's hot, but I have a lot of friends around me supporting, and everybody's ripping.
So with this being the Dew Tour and with you skating for Mountain Dew, did your team manager, Brendan, put a lot of pressure on you? Like, you better do something big today, buddy.
No, I actually haven't even seen Brendan today, but he's always supportive, and I'm just happy to be here at the Dew Tour.
Right on. Well, now you get a spot in the qualifiers with the pros. You hyped on that?
That's insane. I would have never imagined, but I'm stoked.
And what do you got to say about everyone else out here? Everyone was skating so good today, so now's your time to talk about your competition out here.
Man, everybody who has been skating this course today is just really, really good. It's hard to focus and break a sweat because I just want to watch everybody skate.
And talking about breaking a sweat, you're coming out of Vermont. How's it skating in these California temperatures and weather?
Well, it's a little drier than Vermont, but yeah, I can't complain.
Right on. Well, Chris Colburn, congratulations. We'll see you in the qualifiers with the pros for street. Your winner out here for the AM Street Final.
And there's our winner, Chris Colburn. 11 of the best street skaters in the amateur ranks did battle on this epic street course.
What a run.
Look at that first run, 85.33. He was the second skater to go. So right from the get-go, he got the early lead, hung on to it all the way to the end.
I think he had everyone shook. He got inside their heads.
Hey, I'm looking at that 10th place finish for Yoshi Tannenbaum. That's kind of a shock to me. He's so good, and that just shows you it's a matter of one trick that can throw off your entire run and have to reset everything. Let's take a look back at Chris Colburn. How'd he do it?
What a great run.
Yeah.
Just utilize the whole course. There it is. That crazy 50-50.
Yeah, people are going to be watching that all weekend.
Rightfully so.
So fun to watch.
Yeah, stayed on.
Yes.
Oh, with Jen Soto in the background, like, you did it. Nice. Yep.
All right, well, we have a full 4 days of skateboarding ahead. We've already seen AMs attack the street and attack the park. A super exciting start to Dew Tour 2018. We let the AMs take things off. Let's start with the AM Park event. An 11-year-old took the win.
11 years old, high flying, so many tricks. I think he stands a chance against the pros.
And I feel like when we fired it up like that for the park, maybe the street AMs got a little nervous seeing the level of performance over there. It was kind of a slow burn through that AM street event.
It was, yeah, Chris, except for Chris Colburn, who just came out guns blazing. And then after that, a lot of the guys that you expect to put together perfect runs just didn't do it. So I'm really excited to see Chris against the pros this weekend. I'm stoked he won. He was my pick. He was my favorite dude.
There you go. Well, your favorite one. You know, there's so much to do here at Dew Tour. Of course, it's almost like we have 15 skate shops on the premises. There's your Dew Tour merch looking good. We've got concerts here throughout the weekend. We've got the Love and Guts. We had one of the best skateboarders ever
Legend.
right here on your show.
Just broke it down.
Lance Mountain was here, part of the Love and Guts show. And here's a look at your schedule through the weekend. We're going to start strong tomorrow. Men's Pro Park and Street qualifier. Some of the biggest names in skateboarding will be skating the street course tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be incredible.
Yeah.
Saturday, for the first time ever, the Women's Pro Street Finals. Sunday, Women's Pro Park Finals and Men's Pro Park and Street Finals. That's a lot of skateboarding for 3 days.
We neglected the Team Challenge, which happens on Saturday, too. And that is one of the coolest events I've ever seen.
And let me tell you, there's no reason anyone on the planet shouldn't be watching. There is 31 ways to watch this event all over the world. Basically, if you turn your phone, your TV, or your computer on, you can't miss Dew Tour. Anything you type into your search bar, you're going to see it there. We're going to start at 11 a.m. tomorrow. 25 of the world's best park skateboarders, including Chris Colburn. How do you think Chris Colburn's going to fare against our big field of pros?
I mean, I think he's going to do good after what we saw today. I don't know if he's going to repeat that sideways ollie onto the
I hope he
the barrier, or if he'll find something new. But I mean, yeah, I don't even think he was trying to win. I think he was out there cruising, and I think that's why he put all those insane tricks together. So I'm really looking forward to see what he's going to do.
We also have coming up this weekend the Boost Mobile Switch Jam. What do you know about the Boost Mobile Switch Jam?
It's winner take all.
It's winner take all.
It's winner take all.
It's all Switch. All Switch all the time from
Which
our
is
friends at
so
Boost
cool.
Mobile. I love that.
I love that it's all Switch.
It's so that
Cash
means
for tricks,
yeah.
too.
So what happens if you accidentally don't do a switch trick? It doesn't count.
Then you're fired.
You're fired.
Out.
DQ'd.
No boost money for you. When we come back, we're going to take a look at the medal ceremony. We're going to give out some hardware. We're going to give Chris Colburn that golden ticket into his Pro Street final. So do not go anywhere. More to come. We're live here from Long Beach. This is Dew Tour 2018, built by Mountain Dew.
I want some cookies. I want him to bring cookies.
We are back. You're watching Dew Tour Long Beach 2018. And we've already seen a couple champions come out of the mix. Chris Cote or the Andrew Cannon, Blair Alley. We're live from Long Beach. Dew Tour built by Mountain Dew. And there you see a quick vision of one of the public parks. I think we have 3 public skate parks open to anyone that comes through these front doors. That pump track will get your heart rate going.
Yeah, that thing's super fun.
That thing had me sweating hard at like 10 a.m. today.
It's super fun until you realize you don't know how to slow down or stop.
Get out of it. That's the problem. All right, let's go down to the stage where DC is. He's already just he can't wait. He wants to get prizes out immediately.
And this thing is locked and loaded. And thanks to our presenter Remy as well. Thanks Remy so much for coming and helping us out. Go ahead and fire that thing up, Gustavo.
There you go. That's your Destroyer Award, $500.
Pull that trigger. Yeah.
To Gustavo.
All right, with no further ado, your podium out here.
We'll go cut off kinks later tonight.
Perfect.
On his favorite rails.
Just stay on up there, my
I actually
friend.
have one
Give
of
it up for
those,
Gustavo
a Destroyer
Rivero.
Award that Alexis Sablone didn't. She got it years ago and she didn't take it back with her.
You can
left it at my house.
You
I was
can
like,
give it to her this
perfect.
weekend.
No,
She's here.
Not only winning the Zoomies
she's like, you can
Award,
have
but
this. I was
also
like,
third place
perfect.
as
Oh, that's
well.
awesome.
One more
Well, there's your
time.
third place
Make some noise
finisher,
for
Gustavo
Portugal's
Ribeiro.
Gustavo Rivero.
Those trophies are really cool.
Yeah, they're multimedia.
And in
There's
second
skateboard
place,
elements, do
let's hear it
elements. There's
for
all
Mario
kinds of cool
McCoy.
elements in there.
Yeah, those are rad.
Skater from Portugal taking 3rd place. And 2nd place, he went for it. He came from all the way at, what, 10th place? All the way up to 2nd place.
Yeah.
Yeah, with some wild
One more
kickflips.
time, let's hear it for your 2nd place
Mario
finisher,
McCoy.
Mario McCoy.
2nd place, Am Street
And your
Final.
winner out here for the
Super
Dew
fun
Tour
skateboarder to
Am
watch.
Street
We will see
Final.
more of him for sure coming
out
up
of Green
soon.
Mountain
Oh,
State
yeah,
of Vermont.
August.
Doing it for
Get ready
Mountain
for
Dew
that.
here at the Dew Tour. Let's hear it for
There
Chris
he
Colburn.
is.
Their winner, Chris Cookie Dough Colburn.
Chris Colburn.
And he won it skating the way he won. He didn't change anything about his own skateboarding to win that contest. He skated how he wants to skate, and the judges loved it.
Yeah, he just did his brand of really cool tricks and did them all really well.
He's so stoked he
Such a
won today.
nice
That's
dude.
awesome.
He's such a nice dude. Look at him. It's almost like he feels bad for winning.
Some Vermont sensibilities.
I'm excited to watch him skate against the pros. I think that's going to be great.
Me too.
They're your top 3 Am Street finishers, and we're going to see Chris Colburn skating against the pros this weekend. We know the depth of that field. The pro ranks, super stacked. And there we go. Well, the parks are open for another hour for all the Long Beach heads that have made their way here to Dew Tour today. Of course, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, chock full of skateboarding. Men's and women's park, men's and women's street. So much skateboarding happening right here. And of course, we have all these activities and fun stuff to do. I've had 16 Otter Pops already. There's free Otter Pops over there. There's free Otter Pops over there, everyone. Come down. I mean, even if you don't skate, Otter Pops, all the flavors.
They're frozen.
It's summertime.
New
What's
flavors. It's incredible. So, of course, we have team competition coming up. A unique factor here going on at Dew Tour. The past 3 years, blind team has been dominant. So team competition will commence this weekend as well. What are you most looking forward to here at Dew Weekend in Long Beach?
I mean, I'm really looking forward to the pro street. I can't wait to see that. And then the women's, like both of those to me. And I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of excited about all of it.
You kind of want to see everything.
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
It's going to be gnarly.
I'll take that answer. What about you, Blair?
I want to see what the teams put together to try and unseat blind here from winning a 3rd year in a row. So I think are going to have to strategize and be like, okay, we know what blind's come on with, so we got to put this dude here and this dude here to try and win. So
everybody's trying to
team
stop
competition.
Who's going to be the Tanya Harding to Yuto? That's the question.
Oh man!
Because really, I mean, Yuto is just this secret weapon of unbelievable.
Yeah,
you know?
He can skate everything.
Secret unbelievableness. Well, we're going to leave you guys with some highlights from today. Don't forget, tomorrow, 11 a.m., we're going to fire this thing up. This has been day 1 of Dew Tour 2018. It was AM Day today in Long Beach, and the AMs put on a hell of a show. An 11-year-old right here.
Look at that.
Gavin Bottger taking the win, 11 years old, shredding the park. Putting the pros on notice.
Yeah.
If you're a pro, and you just saw that, you go, am I gonna get beaten by an 11-year-old this weekend?
Yeah.
It's gonna be a humbling experience for a few pros.
Look at how small he is. That was awesome. He's hardly up to the barrier.
Signing autographs and high-fiving at 11 years old. There he was in the booth with us with Lance Mountain.
No big deal.
Yeah.
Epic day for Gavin, and he got to be on Transworld Live, which, I mean, that's huge for any young skateboarder. And we went over to the park, and it was Chris Colburn.
That's the trick of the day. Incredible. See the big chip out of the nose of his board, too?
You know what? We had the youngest skater in the draw win in the park, and one of the oldest skaters in the draw win on the streets. Interesting.
You know?
Very, very different. That's for sure.
All right, so day one in the books here from Dew Tour Long Beach.
I can't believe it's already over.
That was quick.
A lot of action today.
So we will be here all weekend. We're partnered up, of course, with Agenda. Big concerts happening this weekend. Long Beach is the epicenter of skateboarding as we know it from now until Sunday afternoon. So Mountain Dew, Boost Mobile, and Mountain Dew Ice. Dew Tour is brought to you by Dew Tour. Mountain Dew, do the do. Boost Mobile. Boost Mobile makes it easy to switch. Switching makes it easy to save. Mountain Dew Ice. A clear, refreshing lemon lime dew. All right, thanks everybody watching from Long Beach, California. We're going to get a good night's sleep because we have a long weekend of skateboarding to come. This is Dew Tour 2018, built by Dew on behalf of myself, Andrew Cannon, Blair Alley. We'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow. Tune back in. 31 ways to watch Dew Tour. Find one of them. Do it. We'll see you tomorrow.